bit of a break before we end up going into.
I think we're going to go straight in.
All right,
we got a little video to play, so
Okay.
a little bit of a cool story to this one. So we talked to some of the pros. They're going to play alongside a couple of the FSL players in a 2v2. We've got Detweiler from the group stage and Misery, a well-known member of the StarCraft community. They're going to be playing alongside the two youngest members of the FSL, 8 and 9 years old, respectively, I believe. It's going to be Chi and Pone and Little Reaper. So we got a little bit of an intro video to play just to kind of show you those players, and then we'll be able to hop into game. Hey guys, we've got our 2v2 team here. Our very first, we've got an exciting match here. Why don't you introduce yourselves, guys?
Misery.
Chi and Pone.
The Detweiler. It's going to be an exciting match.
All right, welcome back. We're going to be jumping into this Pros and Joes 2v2. We got the Detweiler and Chi and Pone. You just saw them on the video versus TVP, who is actually Misery and Little Reaper. Now, did you know that me and Chi and Pone actually have a new secret handshake? You know?
A new secret handshake?
Yeah, we can't tell you about it, though, because it's a secret.
Dude,
sorry.
My own brother, and he can't even tell me a secret handshake. That's crazy.
I taught him, man. And we just vibed, and he executed it perfectly as we were heading out last night. So.
Oh, he's a smooth dude.
He's a
I'm
smooth
not shocked.
dude.
I'm not shocked.
You know who else is smooth though? Little Reaper. You saw that? You know, he's rocking that fedora.
Oh,
we're talking about
dude.
there's only like one person that can rock a fedora like that, and it's Cyril. But I think a second person might be added to that list.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he's already platinum at 8 years old, so we could be seeing him at Cyril's level soon.
Soon, definitely.
Nonetheless, we're ready to hop into game here as we have in the upper left-hand side of the map, we've got our blue Terran player, the pro of the team. It is the Detweiler. And his ally, the yellow Terran player, the Joe. It is Chi and Pone.
Yay. And in the bottom right-hand corner in the opposite team, give it up for the Orange Protoss player, who is the apprentice in this one. It is Little Reaper playing Protoss. And the pro. It is our green Terran player spawning here in the south. Give it up for Misery. Oh my, okay. That's a good little start here. A little different now.
That is awesome. I remember Misery and Detweiler were both like telling each other they're going to have some cheeky builds
really
each other
now?
in this match.
Okay.
They want to make sure that their little guy gets the victory screen, you know. So they're putting their all into it. And I mean, holy moly. Little Reaper, actually known as a pretty aggressive player in the FSL. No stranger to proxy robo all-ins in PvP. Loves DT drops, all that stuff. He gets a lot of aggression done. Oh, no.
Whoa. SCV on SCV combat here. But it looks like this, 2 racks is being built next to the proxy ones. How could you do this? Misery feeling the name, indeed, and Chi and Pone is like, cuz. And we got that little winky face as well, so here we go. I'm wondering, though, whose Reapers are going to come out first, if that's going to be what ends up coming out of those barracks.
Yeah, it looks like we got some Reapers on the way. It looks like Detweiler, shockingly, is getting his Reapers slightly faster than Chi and Pone. Chi and Pone, I guess, is not feeling quite in form today, as usually he's at least playing around 5,600 MMR. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But we do have some Reapers coming out. We'll see how much they're able to get done since they were fully scouted. That's obviously not what you're hoping for here.
Yeah.
As the Reapers come into the main base, they're fighting back and forth here. Does manage to chase down one Reaper of.
All right, he's keeping his Reaper alive. I mean, another hit here, perhaps 2 of them. Or even a Reaper shot could be it, but the Stalker is out to try to chase these Reapers away. One of the Reapers goes down, and now the Stalker, the MVP, gets another one. And a really nice solid defense so far, so good.
Yeah, so far doing quite well indeed. Pone, definitely a pretty micro-heavy player. He really likes getting some units and making them do a whole lot before he worries about making other units.
Yep.
So we're seeing more and more Reapers come out for him. It's pretty cool, actually, to see that he is indeed microing his Reapers.
Yeah.
He's not just, like, sharing control or something like that.
Yeah.
He's putting in the work himself, and, I mean, he's doing pretty well on the micro. Only really losing units to Stalkers and whatnot. Even going to make it away from the Reapers.
Oh, is that a bait?
Misery, but a little bit of a surround there out of the Detweiler. Very nice. On to the Reapers of Misery here.
Oh my
And
gosh.
enough Reapers now to even fight off
The Stalker goes down.
Stalkers. That is that's not something you see every day. Is Reapers fighting Stalkers straight up. And of course SCVs are going to get absolutely ripped through here. There's just so many Reapers coming out for the players at the top left. Retreat, retreat.
Sarah, what have you done?
Kerrigan, the die you cast. This is the last day. Your swarm darkens the sky of any planet.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it.
When we are done here, I will return to my people and accept their judgment.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base.
I made my peace long ago.
Consider it done. For hire. Indeed.
Alright. We're here. Let me bring in my co-casters.
Only so I could show them the door right away.
There you go. Let's bring in the co-casters in here. We got Hyper Turtle and War Bunnies. What's up, guys?
Gotta give us a countdown before you get us on camera.
Oh yeah. Well, I figured you'd have the thing on, right? The video.
Yeah.
And then it would
Yes,
say,
indeed.
oh, you can kind of get an idea. So that's a good one to kind of pay attention to. I got my hands full today, as you guys can imagine. With but luckily you guys are helping me out with casting.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Although Bunny's here is waiting for his patch to finish downloading. Sounds like
There's a
sounds like
patch.
JMPZ said that it's a bunch of co-op fixes and
Oh, okay.
not a very big patch. However, there is also issues with Blizzard's download servers right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what
you know,
happens with the players.
just like when you're in game, you adapt.
Yep.
And like you said, I'm doing my part by bringing along additional pylons.
Yes, and the other thing is we're not on Team Liquid tonight because of issues, but it'll just be the diehards gonna be here today. So we needed the Discord, the TL admins. We had some changes and we didn't get in there listed, but that's fine.
We got 2 matches scheduled for tonight, right?
Yep,
and
2
then,
matches in a show match that you are in charge of.
Yes, and I'm currently trying to recruit for it right now as we speak.
Well, in the meantime, while we're doing that, if you're doing that still, we can talk about the matches that we have coming up. So
Yes,
right
indeed.
there, what do we got, guys?
So first up, we got Deepu versus Little Reaper. A couple of the more aggressive players. Little Reaper tends to go heavily on the early aggression. Deepu, you never know what race he's going to play as or what he might have picked up from YouTube. So it never fails to be colorful. I'll tell you that.
That's right. Well, you know what? Deepu has to go, so let's get started with that right away.
Sure.
Let me bring him in here. Joining us now is Deepu and Little Reaper. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Oh, wow. The man with the hat is back.
Looks like he's got his hat on his headset, so he's not all the
Watch
way in.
out. Yeah. And Depu, what do you... Oh, yeah. So what do you call that? Does that count as a fedora? I don't think it does, but I'm going to call it one anyway.
So yeah, let's
And
do the
meanwhile-
questions before we get started here.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Little Reaper. Little Reaper, have you practiced any this week?
Yeah.
Yeah?
hmm
You're in your fine form?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you watched any of Deepu's matches, or are you just going to play your game?
I watched a little bit.
Nice. Deepu, how about you? Have you been practicing this week?
Well, I played a couple games to get placed back on ranked, and they put me in gold somehow. I don't understand how I was like diamond last season, but I guess that's how
It is the
Quick Tumble
glory
started
of the StarCraft 2 League placement bug. Although usually when that kicks in, it usually either throws you at the top or the bottom, either Masters or Bronze. So
It's
that's
a bug,
interesting.
Don't worry about it. There's some Grandmasters I played, and I was like, wow, you're 4,000 MMR, you're Grandmaster? No way.
Yeah,
Just pay attention to what it says your MMR are.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
that's
Yeah.
MMR is. So.
All right.
and then are you practiced for Little Reaper, or are you just going to do your standard chaos?
Well, I've been playing some Zerg today, I think. So
Yeah.
we'll turn it up a bit. But no, I haven't seen any of his games. No, just gonna freestyle
Yeah.
it. You feel me?
Yeah?
Yeah, you bet.
Got it.
And
Okay.
are either of you going to be hanging around afterwards?
No, I gotta go practice music for a group thing later. But
All right.
yeah. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, we ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get them started. Good luck, gentlemen. We'll see you guys afterwards.
Good luck.
Good luck.
So, I'm not able to get into StarCraft right now. I
Yeah,
could probably
I
cast
am going to share my screen in Discord if that's okay.
Yeah, then I'll just cast off of that.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, let me turn off our cameras. We just
Mhm.
want showing them. They are the stars of the show. What do you guys think?
It's hard to tell what to think, but I know more or less what to expect from Little Reaper. Deepu, I haven't seen him play Zerg in a while, have you?
No,
No.
Well, my SC2 is taking a while to load, so hang tight, guys.
Welcome
yeah.
to the
But the
club.
maps are
I
showing.
booted up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm showing the maps, so you guys can
Oh,
check
sure.
that out. All right,
yeah,
SC2 's
so
loading.
Inside and Out. Is that Stargaze? Yep, Stargazers
Yeah,
and
that's Stargaze.
Windfall.
Yeah, we're
So-
having a few of the crazier maps, aren't we?
Yeah,
Inside and Out, a little bit more wide open, shorter distance. Stargazers, the weird one with the pocket bases blocked by minerals, and then
Yeah.
Waterfall.
Yeah, I think the last Waterfall is pretty straightforward, but I expect a Zerg rush on Inside and Out, and I expect the Blinky Boys for Stargazers for Little Reaper. So I can see both of these being very back and forth matches, but ending fairly quickly.
I expect a lot of roaches and stalkers early on. It's tricky. We haven't seen Deepu play as Zerg in a while, but usually he comes very prepared. There's usually a very strict plan about what he wants to do.
Right. I suspect it's hit Little Reaper early with Lings. I would very much doubt that this is maybe a Roach all-in, maybe like a 330 Roach all-in. But I don't expect either of these games to be going to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah. So none of these guys are going to hit 200 supply and a move across the map.
No, we'll save that for the code B.
Yeah, isn't there a code B today?
There is not a code B today, so we'll be waiting for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Let me check with Deepu. He's not answering on... Oh, he's ready. Okay. Here it goes,
ready.
guys.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Inside and Out. So are you expecting more insides or more outs this game, buddies?
out. David?
What?
I'm looking at your screen and it's just showing the StarCraft splash screen.
That is odd.
You're watching FSL Season 6.
It's your StarCraft splash screen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now it's closed.
Oh, here, I know what to do. Oh, man. Alright, here. Anyway. Alright, so... in the upper right, the green Protoss, his name is...
Little Reaper.
And in the lower left, the purple Zerg, he is...
Deepu.
Now, I'm going to let this go for a moment and try to just change this up.
So,
Yeah.
seems a fairly standard opening from Little Reaper. Let's see if
Yep.
I can see.
Oh, well.
Stream.
Yeah, they're both...
Nope. I'm gonna watch it from KJ's point of view.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this off then.
So no pool. It's hatch pool gas? Question mark.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of a more or less standard opening from both sides. They are both expanding. And we see Little Reaper taking a pretty standard natural wall too.
Yeah, I expected more aggression out of Deepu, so it's kind of nice to see a little bit of a change up.
I'm pretty sure once he gets to the tech he wants, he's going to go all out with it. That's the way it usually goes with him.
Yeah, I think Little Reaper missed a pylon. Maybe he's just a little late on it. Oh, there it starts.
It's been built there. Not sure if that gets in the way of the assimilator at all.
I don't think it does there.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but
Alright, so he has a probe that's just sitting there by those destructible rocks. You think we're going to see a proxy pylon out of that?
No,
or
that's on his
waiting
side
to
of the
see
map.
If anything rolls out?
I think that's just to make sure he doesn't get rushed.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice
Well,
spot there.
What did I say about the ultimate cheese for a cheeser to play?
Macro.
Exactly. Let your opponent... Neither of them are getting too defensive or too offensive, so...
Right.
You know, I don't think they're in each other's heads too much. They're both going for whatever they were planning to originally.
Right. Little Reaper hasn't chose the tech path though. There he goes, Robo.
Robo.
So, and it's just out of vision too.
Yeah, so we got one adapt peeking in here with a shade.
That's enough lings have been built. It won't
enough
get
lings,
anything
not
done.
to mention the queen that's already gotten some damage in. He's probably
let's
gonna...
see if he can get a...
Yeah, he's not going for worker kills yet. I think he's just trying to get right back out of there. I don't think it's going to happen though. Nope.
He got a scout.
Yes, he did.
On the Baneling nest.
And Zergling speed getting close to finished.
Yeah.
We got a Twilight Council, and we got a bunch of Zergs just running past that probe. Just give him the cold shoulder.
He's got to complete his wall. I don't understand.
Yeah, that is not very tight. I see a probe heading there right now. Is he? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you've got to finish that wall.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that is a finished wall now, complete with a shield battery that's incoming, but this is a lot of Zerglings coming in. Same tech path you said you were expecting. He waited for speed, but now he's on the run.
Yeah.
And yeah,
he got to warp in.
Adapt isn't going to match much more. He has to warp in another building if he's actually going to wall this. Those probes aren't going to hang their own very long.
Right.
And if he goes for that pylon right after this, there could be trouble.
This could be game.
He's already lost 7 probes, so even if the push doesn't continue, it's more than done what it's supposed to. But we have Banelings on the way. We have no Baneling speed, so they won't be rolling, but they can definitely do a lot of damage.
Little waddlers, yeah. He needs to warp in more units. He's got the money. He needs to warp in more units and just close
And
the
Deepu
wall.
is testing the waters here. He doesn't see a lot there, so he is moving in.
Yep, that's a lot of Banelings.
And down goes the shield battery. They move ahead. Looks like they're heading straight for the workers. The Zerglings are kind of just bunching up for now. If you right-click,
Yeah.
I think you can just right-click them through if you want. Yep, there we go. So I don't think Little Reaper has much to answer with this.
I mean, he can fight with his guys at the. He's got an immortal just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, immortals tend to go overkill with each shot against a Zergling. You know, each second shot anyway.
Well, at least it helps to.
It helps. Anything helps, but is it going to help enough? There's the benefit of that pylon, being able to squeeze a Stalker and Immortal right into that space between that and the Assimilator. Warping a couple more Adepts. Looks like a lot of the Lings are heading home, but a lot of them are also staying and taking out all the tech.
Yeah, like, there's no reason not to.
Yep, and looks like the ones that were retreating are changing their mind anyway.
Yeah, kind of
yeah.
pylon. That pylon.
Yeah, I told you, that's why I brought this. I was hoping that someone might make use of it.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to recover from this, even if he does clean up.
No, he's dead. Deepu's got his money is piling up, and Little Reaper's spending it nicely. So, but
it
he's down
is,
to
but
7 workers.
His cyber core, yeah, he got his cyber core back in. It still counts the tech even when it isn't powered, but you know. You need a lot of separate attacks going on at once, or some area damage, and he's got neither. Yeah, GG.
I think he's just processing the
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. That's exactly what I expected.
Alright, how's that download of yours going?
It is 50% there. 52%.
Awesome. So, now we wait for a special message from Blizzard. We are aware of an issue that is affecting our download servers, which may result in slow or failed download attempts. We are currently investigating the cause and will provide updates as they are available.
So, what do you expect out of the next game? I expect Deepu to try basically the same thing. I think
so. I think they're both going to be going aggressive this time.
Yeah,
I don't think Little Reaper is going to wait around for the next rush.
I think that's wise.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he closed his wall a little earlier, and
right, and if he had just a couple more units there, especially Stalkers, since they don't take bonus damage from Banelings.
Yeah, if he had his Immortal down at the end of the ramp too.
I love Immortals, yeah. So just a question of him not having his defenses up quite early enough and not seeing that rush coming in time.
Yeah, with Deepu, you have to expect that he's hitting you at the 3:34 minute mark.
Yeah, it's interesting because both these guys can do late game, but also both these guys prefer not to.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah. And at the very least, they prefer a game where the opponent's significantly weakened going into late.
Yeah.
And then again, don't we all?
Who doesn't like winning?
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't like having the advantage?
Right. No one goes.
So now we are into the odd little map, Stargazers, with people starting in corners and opposite sides. We're waiting for Deepu to join in. All right, there we go.
Little Reaper looks a little defeated on the his camera right now.
He took his hat off. Brutal.
Yeah.
All right, players are ready.
The hat's gonna give some power.
Kung Lao wins. All right, Amon versus the Scourge people. You gotta admire that.
I take my money on the Scourge. Amon's a pushover. He lives in the void. Look in the void.
Okay, so in the upper left, the blue Protoss, he is
Little Reaper.
And in the upper right, up one game, he is the pink Zerg. So yeah, time for a nice production of Protoss without hats. You know, hey, I think hats benefit them a lot more than those masks, those scarves the Dark Templar wore when there isn't a nose or a mouth to hide.
Yeah, I've wondered about that.
Yeah, I'm still wondering, and
I mean, they
I
look
will
cool.
update. Yeah, I mean they really do. They flow too. They're long ones, so you know, you got them kind of waving in the wind. Ooh. All right, so we got
Ooh?
some.
What's the ooh?
Got the overlords looking around. Got the probe taking a look too. We'll see if it
Yeah.
does any more than that.
No, that's a
And we
scouty
got,
probe.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, he's getting ready to build his nexus. So we got both of them expanding more or less as normal.
I hope that he full walls this.
Yeah.
There's 3 bases. The Protoss can take 3 bases and not have to worry about any shenanigans. And I think it's on this map especially, there's 3 full gases. Just
Right.
the Protoss can really take advantage of this.
Well, not only that, but also the short flying range.
Right.
In order to, yeah.
Warp guys in, take
And
advantage
so
of the
let's see.
back.
Oh, looks like Deepu
Deepu's
is going to
mining
be.
out the back.
Yeah, he's getting ready to take out that pocket. Yep, he's got his third, fairly, little bit of an early hatchery in that area. So he seems to be going macro, unless he's planning to really use that as for production. And there's that wall you wanted.
Yeah.
He just needs to make sure that there's a guy to close that gap.
Yeah. I like the shield battery not being part of the wall this time.
Mm-hmm.
His second pylon was a little late again.
Yep. Although the Nexus is picking up the slack now, so
right.
Hopefully that doesn't give him much of a delay. No ling speed yet, is there?
No.
Yeah. Oh, and that probe was not welcome.
No, it was not. No tech for Little Reaper that I can see.
Yeah, doesn't see. Not seeing anything he's going towards yet.
No Stargate, no.
And so far, let's see what their armies are. So.
Couple lings and versus a stalker.
Yeah, 2 pairs of lings and 1 stalker. So neither of them are really pulling ahead of the other just yet.
Little Reaper shot the Overlord and then nah, I'm not getting baited like that.
Oh no, Mr. Bond, I'm not falling for that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in my wall. Can't make me come out. And that Overlord's gonna casually stroll away. Robo again.
Yeah. No upgrades for either of them yet.
No upgrade facility.
Of any kind. Yeah.
Well, there's Warp Gate.
Well, okay, that kind of counts. Building upgrade. But that's about to finish.
Right.
All right, we got 4 lings. Yeah. And he's got his roach worn out too, so might be mutas, or he might be going for something big with the roaches. Or, with that pocket base, which usually gets taken late, sometimes you can really make use of that for a Nidus Worm.
Yeah. I like the fact that none of us say that he's going 4 base, 70 workers, and away we go. I just
don't. It would be a little out of character, I don't know.
Yeah.
Getting multiple pylons there ahead of time. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Immortal Warp Prism.
3 gate.
And there's that link speed about halfway done now.
Yeah.
Usually it's something good to have, even if you're not planning to use lings right away.
Yeah, that's always pretty good. Are those Zelly boys?
Yep, those are Brood War Zealots,
Yeah.
Little Reaper likes his Brood War skins.
I don't see a... Am I missing it?
Well, I spy with my little eye something that begins with Spire.
Right. But a Charger All-In would be great counter to that, except you kind of need a Twilight for that.
So he is filling up the Warp Prism now. Got an Immortal and 2 Zealots in it.
Yeah.
Game does go long. I'm really curious whether Little Reaper has the Brood War skins for the carrier.
It's not going that long.
No,
You'll
he isn't much of a Stargate guy usually.
No.
So
The other
they are
immortal got
right
left
now.
behind. Left
They're
below.
taking the long way, avoiding the scouting, avoiding getting
Yeah.
spotted by overlords anyway.
I have a bad feeling that
So-
Spire's gonna pop, and he's gonna Deepu's gonna pop out
He's
6.
probably not going to have a lot to answer it with. And
Yeah.
how many structures does he have? Four
That's a-
warp gates. That's not a lot to go with.
No. This
So
is
yeah,
already
it's time to pack up
surrounded.
and leave.
You got the immortal out.
Still no third from Little Reaper, whereas Deepu's taken his fourth.
No third, but that's not the problem. It's a charge lot all in without charge.
Okay, there is that. Yes.
That
Yeah, look at them tiptoeing along.
Yeah, this is it. You don't
I
win
mean-
friends with salads, and you don't win
And
charge lot all ins without charge.
right, and no AOE for the Zerglings just yet either.
Yeah.
Yeah, back home, neither of those geysers in the expansion taken, but the minerals a bit oversaturated. It seems
You
to be
don't
a
need
lot.
them for, like I said, this is
Yeah,
a
not
charge
if it's mostly zealots, but
lot. You need charge.
yeah, I'm not really seeing a real composition coming. Well, okay, I mean that counts for something. He took out a hatchery. But-
Yeah, I mean, maybe he can make this work. I just
Yeah. No, he doesn't really have splash against Zerglings. He doesn't really have much in the way of anti-air. Like the stalkers don't have blink. So wow.
a bunch of.
I mean the pressure's working a bit.
kinda.
He's killing a lot of drones that had to be pulled. So maybe he knows a lot better than I do actually. Maybe
Yeah.
slow zealot is the way to go. And look at microed that immortal right into the warp prism again to
beautifully
save it. He's
can
really
warp
good
in-
with those little moves, but yeah, a little
He
bit
can
too
warp
far
in
away
a
now.
ton more zealots.
But yeah, both of them have some money piling up, and whereas a bit for Deepu, who is a little bit low on production after losing that hatchery, that is a big bank from our hatless Protoss.
Yeah, and I've never seen a slow lot all in work, but I'm watching it in slow time. It's
And
going to work.
if he wants to, he can really take advantage of that space between the Roach Warren and the Hive and the Lair
Swarm
too.
posts?
Well,
Those
if
are
that's
swarm
what he has, yeah, he has. He has an infestation pit, so I guess he might as well. But those mutalisks seem like they're gonna, be able to attack with impunity or defend with impunity anyway. But he's running out of money.
Right, but it doesn't
And-
matter how much you defend as long as
Right.
like
Now the thing is with these, losing hatcheries, with each one he loses, as well as each queen, he has less and less larvae to work with.
yeah.
But
And
at the same
he's gonna
time,
have no tech.
Little Reaper, yeah, he has no tech, but Little Reaper also isn't really transitioning into anything either. We have Burrow going, so maybe with that he can make the swarm host more or less immune to being able to just leaving a couple locusts behind to cover their flanks. So I think he's planning to just burrow them in this little area here. And
Launch the
just
locust,
repeatedly
yeah.
launch,
Yeah,
and then hide the swarm host. So we have the shield battery going down to open up an exit.
Fight them!
Okay.
There you go.
All right. After watching that shield battery get destroyed, can we have everyone in the chat very quickly ask why don't Protoss have doors?
Right. He needs to move out now. He needs to go fight these guys.
You gonna burrow them or not? Naturally, he does have a robo facility, so he can get a observer out if he needs. But
Little Reaper's got. If he had charge, I think this game would be over.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that would have finished things up a
No,
lot
I'm
more
saying
quickly.
like right now he could just charge.
Yeah, I guess even now there's quite a cooldown in between the times they launch those locusts.
Right.
So have you ever seen a game quite like this?
I do not think I've ever seen a game quite like this.
So I was
And
hoping to see a bit more slow zealot against swarm host, but I'll take the stalkers without blink.
Blinky-less stalkers, yeah, because like.
Blinkless.
But the thing is, I think
Oh
Deepu's,
no! Spray the disrespect. There's a cheese spray there.
the thing is, I think Deepu wins this because he can't. He's staggering his locust. He can't get on locust.
He's being very smart about that, and plus, he's got he's got 3 hatcheries up with another one coming, whereas Little Reaper is going to be running out of money soon. He's, see, he's stuck on 2 Nexi and less patches to mine from, whereas Deepu gets those free units.
Yeah.
Anything that gets traded with the Locusts was traded for something that was free.
Right. And without blink, he can't engage them.
No, not really.
Yeah, and like I said, you need blink or charge or air, but I think he's a
attack
little
is what
tunnel vision.
He just put down 2 Stargates, so
What?
maybe we'll...
I can't see. What's the saturation count at the second base?
Pretty oversaturated, 23 of 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks pretty bad. So.
Yeah, I mean the damage he did, I'd say Deepu is more than recovered from now, and we got 132 supply to 91. Although
this is what he needed to do like 10 minutes. He needed to go do this like 4 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago with the because now he has the Stargates and the. I mean, he could definitely come back.
Well,
he could just send some of those
no matter
workers
what,
to mine out the 3rd minerals, and he gets the 3rd minerals. He's got the
crazy
bank.
Thing, he's still got a bank if he wants to throw some more stuff together. But yeah, those free locusts,
Well, if he
you
just
can shop
starts
until you
building
drop
void
with
rays.
them. Exactly, anything here, and
Yeah.
he does have 2 void rays in the way as well as a fleet beacon. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see some brood war carriers.
I think he should just
kinda
run
doubt
away
it.
from this.
Yeah.
This isn't a spot to fight. There's no reason to fight there. There's no benefits to fighting anything there.
Yeah, he's got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea where this is going, and I love it.
Yeah, like both.
And if he wants to, because the Spire is long gone. There are only a few mutas made, so he could potentially just keep. You don't really want to try to use adepts to clean up buildings. You want to keep picking them up, taking them somewhere else where there's drones to kill.
He needs to queue up 2 more void rays. Let that wave go. Take the 3rd base with the mine out those minerals. Take the 3rd base, and let the void rays reign supreme. He's got 2 more void rays in production. He really can. He could just easily mine that 3rd base right now, and
yeah, all this time that
all those guys are coming back. He got that was the hive he got again.
Wow. I mean, so slow zealots and adepts took out a hive.
Yeah. Did
Was it a hive or a lair?
Oh, it might have been just a lair.
Either way, that's quite a snipe.
Did he lose his infestation pit? I don't understand where that.
I'm pretty sure he did. I think he lost
rebuilt
everything. Okay, yeah. But his original, I mean, if you look at his original main, there isn't a spot of creep there at this point. Now, here's
Little
the deal.
Reaper really needs. Little Reaper 100% needs to take that 3rd base.
Yeah, he needs to expand. Now, Void Rays, meanwhile, he probably wants to keep them away from the Queens, because the Queens are the only answer that Deepu has right now. Well, aside from that one Mutalisk.
He should go kill that.
Okay, now the Queens are the only answer he has for the Void Rays.
Yes, the Queens are off creep.
Well, look at that whole area with no creep anymore.
Yeah.
And then,
there's gonna be a shit ton of locusts. But...
I think the locusts are running out of things that are actually even worth targeting.
Yeah, he should long distance mine.
Hey, the carrier. When it pops, let's see what skin it has.
Yeah, he's gonna long distance mine. Yay!
Right.
He should keep moving his
That's
void
the
rays.
idea.
Keep moving your void rays.
Uh-oh. You know, mutas do not take any extra damage from void rays. And he does not have the speed upgrade either, if he wants to try to kite them. So I think those void rays are going bye-bye.
Yeah, I think the game ends here.
Yeah, I don't think he...
It doesn't matter.
Both of them have been kind of lacking in anti-air overall. Oh boy.
It's a third the supply.
Here come the swarm hosts.
It's a third the supply.
Okay, that is not a brood war carrier, damn. Purifier carrier, so still a very neat skin, but
Yeah.
just notice the probes aren't.
I think Little Reaper put in a really good fight. He got a little tunneled visioned, but
I think they both did. It's like,
yeah.
I think they both went into this with a plan, and neither of them really got that plan.
Right.
But I'd say
yeah,
taking
it's 4 base to 1 right now, and
oh boy, you know, if he's got shield batteries, it'd be good to fight next to them. But okay,
jump the mutas, jump the mutas.
Yeah, well, I mean, Deepu right now, he's got a Spire and he's got Big Bank. I guess he had a lot of gas. If he had a lot of gas, some Corruptors would be very nice here. 2 more carriers on the way. Quite a few more Mutalisks on the way, and they have mobility that the carriers don't.
That's true.
Yeah, so the idea, if you got mutas and they got carriers, just fly the mutas to absolutely anywhere the carriers aren't at that moment.
Right.
And boy, these swarm hosts, I mean, every Locust launch they've done has been, you know, increased value.
Yeah, I can't imagine a way that Deepu loses this game. I think you could go from replay 100 times, and even if you had pros versus Joes, where the pros picked up Little Reaper's spot. Yeah.
Well, if you look, here's the big difference maker. They both made a lot of. There were a lot of shortcomings this game. The big difference maker is Deepu kept rebuilding
and expanding,
and making more hatcheries.
Yeah.
This is the first. This Nexus over at the top. That's the first one that was made. And
in an 18-minute game, which, by the way, proves us super wrong. I'd never thought these would go 10 minutes.
Yep. Hey, we have tier 3 units here. We have carriers.
Yeah. And he, Little Reaper ended up killing most of the swarm hosts.
I think he's got enough Mutalisks. I don't know if he even needs to retreat, but I would anyway. Since a Mutalisk flock just grows and grows and grows and becomes more and more powerful, but in the meantime, how many,
3?
Yeah, Little Reaper has 5 probes.
Oh, okay. At that moment.
62 on the side of Deepu.
Yeah, this game's pretty over. And a couple of them aren't mining. He doesn't have his rally set correctly, so he finally got rid of all the swarm hosts, which is good.
It is.
Deepu taking, I don't know even how many hatcheries that is. We're going to say a lot.
Well,
a lot of extra hatcheries, the gold. He's going to take the whole map.
Look at the whole north part of the map on either side. Not a lot of creep, not a lot of pylon fields either. Look at that. There's not a lot of psi, not a lot of creep, not a lot of nothing. Everything's depowered, decreeped, but the big difference is if you go further and further south, you have Deepu everywhere.
Yeah.
He has hatcheries all over the place. So and he has money.
Pylons?
Anything he loses, he can replace right away.
Yeah.
I think only Deepu knows what he's doing best. He's making a big stylish fly over that star pond, whatever you want to call it, in the middle of the map.
Yeah. The Corruptors and... Yeah. You know what I thought was funny is, remember how I said neither of these players are going to wait for 200 and a move?
That's what's
wrong again.
Said. Yep. Wrong again.
I think Deepu is definitely going to go 200.
Once again, you are absolutely wrong.
Yes, I am. Defying expectations.
You see, that's what we go in here for, and...
Little Reaper He's having a
look
hard
out! That
time.
slow zealot is down there underneath the carriers. He's gonna be hard to target.
Oh, poor little Reaper. He's having a real hard time digesting
Poor
this
little
loss.
poor little unupgraded zealot.
Yeah.
Speaking of, go back to upgrades right now. Yeah, Warp Gate is the only upgrade that that Little Reaper got.
Yeah, he did.
Whereas,
It was too late. It was too late.
Yeah.
He's been under the gun for the whole game.
I guess the only attack or defense upgrade was attack for flying units, which is pretty nice given all the bouncing around that the Needless Slaves do. And this is the end right here.
It's gotta be. Yeah.
And we got the GG. And that was the end to an unbelievably entertaining match. Everything I ever knew about StarCraft 2 turned out to be wrong, and I love it.
I hope we can get a good interview out of these guys.
Oh, definitely.
The game took long enough that StarCraft officially downloaded.
The patch did? Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey everybody. Those were really amazing games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first game was kind of straightforward. Deepu managed to get the Lings and Banelings in before Little Reaper was ready, but I wanna jump straight to that second game for a little bit. Deepu, what was your original plan for that before the Slow Zealots destroyed your base?
I wanted to try doing roaches and investors. But
so you wanted to do the 2 units you never got to make at all, right?
Well, I made a few infestors. I don't think I ever used an ability from them though, but yeah.
Yeah. And Little Reaper, what was your strategy for the second game? We noticed, you got that Zealot Immortal push in. It was very successful, despite no charge at all. What was the build you were going for there, and how close was it to resembling what you were planning?
It was kind of close to resemble, but I messed up a few things and I could have done better.
Yeah, the big thing we were noting was Deepu kept expanding and rebuilding. Well, you were stuck on 2 bases for most of that game.
Yeah, actually, Little Reaper, if you would have had the Twilight and Charge done when you hit him with that big Zealot ball, I think you would have ended the game right there. He pinned you back pretty well to begin with, and I thought that was a really smart way to break out of it. And just that one upgrade, I think that, and like I said, I think we go to game 3 right there if you have charge. So I think that just missing a few little things, the door in the first game, Protoss needs a door. The Lings getting in, that happens a lot. You saw them coming, but it gets kind of a little late. That happens to all Protoss, no matter what level.
Mm-hmm.
And the second game, you spun out real well. You got that the charge lot all in, and it really hit really crisply. Just missing that one thing. So I think next time we see you won't be forgetting charge, and you'll be slaughtering your enemies.
And Deepu, just to confirm, the second game, you researched Burrow. Was that meant for the Infestors?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we figured.
Okay.
So, yeah, games that go according to plan are always impressive, but games that go off the rails and both players improvise with everything they know are some of my absolute favorites. And I think you both managed to surprise each other multiple times on one map. So
Yeah.
bravo to both.
Yeah, well done, guys.
All right. Game. I will see you guys next time.
Later. All right. So I believe everyone's got the patch ready for the second game now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check.
Are we taking a break, KJ, or are we gonna roll right through?
I think we're ready to go. Let's get going.
Okay, let's roll right through.
Yeah. Let's get going with these guys. JMPZ is on right there. We can start the interview there. Mizel needs to hop on
Okay.
right away. So we can get this going. But
So
if you want, you can start interviewing him. Talk
yeah,
to
we'll go
him
with JMPZ to start.
Yeah, right now. Actually, I don't even see him on Discord. What the heck's going on with these guys? Alright, I see Mizel on Discord, but I don't see his camera. Okay, he's on camera now.
Alright. Okay, so, story of the night. Trying to get updated with a patch that only is supposed to affect co-op mode. How's that going for you?
Terrible.
JMPZ,
I'm
you
in.
good to go?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Excellent.
And Bunnies, you've logged into StarCraft 2 now, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
ready
great.
to be invited. So
Alright, so we have Terran and Random. Are you going to be going with Random, or is there a specific race that you've got in mind?
I'm still playing Zerg this week. I will be. I've
Okay.
fixed my Protoss. Just have to put in maybe about a week or two of Terran, and then I'll be ready to actually go random.
Alright, awesome. But your Zerg, you feel more than ready?
Yeah, the Zerg is the one I've played the most of. It's always been my main race, even though I've always played random.
And
Nice.
Azal, how are you feeling as far as TVZ goes?
Hey, yeah, I haven't practiced. I was out for a couple of weeks, so I'm not very confident right now.
Okay. Are you still going in here with a plan?
I'll just go with the flow.
Alright, go for it. Okay.
yeah, so I have a question, Dismel. Have you seen any of JMPZ's games?
Yeah, well, a bit of it. I saw Vale's proxy racks.
Hey, Bunnies, accept
Yeah,
the invite.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah, I watched some of his games, especially Vale's. I hope I can pull it off as well.
Yeah.
With a different style. You know my style.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And then both of you are sticking around afterwards for a show match, right?
Yep, I'll play.
Yep.
All right, looking forward to it.
Okay, so.
But first of all, let's go for it.
Yeah, I think this will be a great matchup. I think you guys are evenly matched, so I can't wait to see what you guys have for us tonight.
I'm only evenly matched with him because he's out of practice.
We'll see.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
Good luck for sure.
All right.
Okay, KJ, I think we're ready to start.
All right, let's get going.
Good luck.
Close the stream. So, I think a sharp Dismel can handle JMPZ,
Dismissal.
but yeah, but with him not being Terran's the race, I think you need to be the sharpest with. It's the least forgiving.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Very easy to lose what you got on them.
Right. The wall's you're not raising your wall enough, or just all these little mistakes.
All your workers get stacked before they manage to finish their building.
Yes.
So things can go downhill very early on.
I'll let you take it away.
All right. In the bottom left, the red Terran, he is
DLS Mizel.
And his opponent. In the upper left, not ready to play Terran just yet, he is
JMPZ.
Alrighty.
Okay, so
what we got? Early refinery, a little bit.
Yeah, but I might
doesn't
be
necessarily mean
mistaken.
much.
But shouldn't the hatchery be down? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
gonna
Usually, traditionally on 17, you do either a hatchery or a pool, depending on what you're doing. But
Right.
yeah, that's still, yeah, that's within the 17 supply, so I'd call it normal.
Normal.
Barracks going up too.
Yeah. I don't know. kind of expect. Dismel plays. He likes his drop heavy style.
DLS Mizel.
Okay, thank you, sir.
What does he like?
He likes his drop heavy style.
Yeah.
And I think that it can pull apart JNPZ if it gets going.
Got a Reaper on the way.
Yes, Mr. Mazel is really good at his multitasking when he's playing good. So,
So, I'm seeing, I guess if that's intentional or not, but I see a rally over to JMPZ's third from the command center.
Which command center?
I don't know. I'm probably reading wrong.
No, you're reading correctly.
Okay.
The command center. It has
okay. Yeah, he just corrected that.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to send a scout out there right away, even before the Reaper was done. Who knows?
Yeah. So.
No.
Yeep.
Sometimes.
Slings.
Yeah.
I don't.
So here's the old game. Can the Reaper kill a single thing? In the end, I mean, he already sees. Already got
standard.
a look at spawning pool. Very standard.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe a little bit early on the third hatchery, but not by much.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it depends on the build.
But the Ling's left, and the Reaper's gonna get back. Is he gonna
Yeah,
get that?
we
He's
got-
gonna get it! He got him!
Hey, victory!
He can retire King of the Terran.
Yeah.
Reaper, King of the Terran. I bet he's
the King Reaper, also known as the Creeper.
Creeper. I bet he goes back and kills another one.
You know, he might. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Stargate is almost done.
Well, that would be amazing. I'm gonna say Starport though.
You know, you're only correcting me because you know I'd correct you.
I am only correcting you because you'd correct me. So, this is 1-1-1 build, kind of.
Viking and a
Hellion.
We got a fusion core, right?
Yeah, we do have a fusion core building.
Yep. So if this is you know what the typical
VCs.
people do, it's trying to draw the defenses out with the Hellions before warping a battle cruiser way back.
I think JMPZ does not have any spores anywhere.
No.
So, the Overlord's gonna come in and scout this though. He doesn't have anything that shoots up. Look at that Overlord,
Yeah, you're
that
right.
hero Overlord.
Well, he has the Viking,
It's
but
too
it's
far
already
north.
chasing off another Overlord.
Yeah, it's gonna get scouted. Let's.
All right, let's see the point of view.
Yep. He's got it scouted in.
Is he gonna look at it? I'm watching his point of view right now.
He sees it now. But does he see it?
He did for a split second.
I mean, it's going to be on a screen forever.
He's making
He's making.
he's already making his spores.
Yeah.
Battle cruiser's just halfway finished, so what is that?
That was a
there's
really
5
good
queens with
scout.
more on the way. I think it was, yeah. Definitely worth the sacrifice there.
Yeah. And he sees the little army moving. He's got really good vision. I don't
2 more
think it.
factors on the way, so Mazel is definitely committing to mech.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Got the lovely tricycle Hellions, and yeah, JMPZ is not taking any chances. You see, couple of extra spores just so we can sleep safely at night.
Yeah. That if you've been battled cruiser to death, you're not thinking.
It is pretty obnoxious having to try to chase it from one base to the other, back and forth with a few queens.
Yeah. Bleh.
And of course, as far as anti-air goes, the Hydralisk Den just completed. Also got a Baneling nest on the way.
Yeah, JMPZ. I really like his position right now.
Yep. And got the command center going on to land at the third. And
Yep.
yeah, he knows what he knows. Just keep the battle cruiser back, at least for the moment. Scan in. So they're both doing a pretty good job keeping an eye on each other, I gotta say.
Yeah, the higher levels, the most important thing you learn is that it's way easier to stop what you can see versus having a map that's dark and full of Terran.
Nobody likes surprises. Even if they say they like surprise parties, they only really like the ones where they were tipped off ahead of time, so they knew what to wear.
A little.
All right,
creep,
there we go. There's that.
Yeah.
There's that battlecruiser
little
jump.
creep denial.
There's a lot for it to. I mean, it can definitely get out of there after a few drone kills, but right now it's taking a lot of damage, and
the Hellions ran in. Oh, we lost it.
Yeah, I figured that was too late.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you're not keeping an eye on the battle
You only
cruiser,
got 6 workers.
Yeah, you want to keep the battle cruiser moving constantly, since it fires while it moves. You also, if you have a moment, you want to try to get it to focus a little bit more on the drones instead of the actual anti-air that's firing at it. But
yeah, he doesn't have Yamato yet. I think.
Well, I don't think he's doing another battle cruiser.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that was just a one-time.
It's gonna be. This is all out factory build.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we got the Hydras being upgraded. I don't know. I think we might see a lurker den soon.
Yeah. At this point against mech, Hydras are lurker eggs.
Yeah, basically.
They're moving. They're lurker larvae.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're toys for siege tanks.
Yes. Yes, he's gonna have. His production's got 2 siege tanks at a time, going 4 Hellions.
Oh, he's doing. What do you call that? Smart servos.
Yeah.
Might as well. Is that what does that affect? The Thors, the Hellions, and the Vikings?
Yep.
I know it doesn't affect the Liberators or the siege tanks.
Imagine if it affected the siege tanks. How?
Oh, believe me, I've imagined. I've imagined, and I didn't actually get to sleep until 4 p.m. until 4 a.m. afterwards.
4 p.m.
Well,
I normally nap at like 3:30, but
when you're doing all this online gaming, you have to spend a lot of time jumping between time zones. All right.
Yeah.
So it was 4 o'clock somewhere with someone that I've played with before.
Okay. Well.
All right.
So the Zerg's just got to his 80 worker. Yep, Zerg just got to his 80 workers. He's getting a macro hatch, baneling speed.
And you want to talk about a high-tech game?
See a lurker den?
Nope, nothing yet. I haven't really seen a hint of where he's going. Let's see.
111. The upgrades moving. He jumps right into his next set of upgrades.
So JMPZ, he does not have an infestation pit yet, so doesn't look like he's planning to focus too much on hive tech, at least not immediately.
Not immediately, no. I don't like this for the Zerg right now. I think that while his army, he's got an advantage. I think that the meching player can start getting out of hand a little bit. At this point.
You gotta for one thing, you gotta keep him contained. Another thing, you really have to have a better answer to mech than Speedlings and Banes. You gotta have
Hydra is not a good.
There's the lurker.
Do you think he knows that it's full mech?
He hasn't looked recently, has he? I mean, they haven't really even clashed recently.
No, you know what? He does not he does not know it's mech.
I would go into this. I would really like to have some Vipers. I would like to be able to throw some blinding clouds and abducts in. But,
yeah.
Okay, there's the infestation pit, so odds are he's going to be moving on to Hive in a moment. Okay. Yeah, so...
They killed a bunch of Zerglings, but nothing great.
Those were just there in order to keep an eye on things.
Right.
Now
he's going to have a pretty big attack come. Oh, he sees it coming, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So he knows that everybody's there. Can the tanks be positioned in time? I don't
think he's even trying to, but honestly, the Hellion Thor combo works pretty nicely against this initial wave.
Yeah. He's going to get a
Now,
couple
I guess
before
the hub is maybe not quite as well, but they already did quite a bit of cleaning up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's very little that's less efficient than Banelings against Thors. But he still needs to get those... Yeah, those Thors are still going down anyway. Well, one of them survived.
Yeah.
Already repairing it, good.
But yeah, but if you looked at that, the Terran dipped like 12 supply, and the Zerg dipped like 60.
Yeah.
So
still maintaining a supply lead, but I mean, he needs to vary up his tech pretty quickly before Mazel goes in the offensive.
Yeah, you can't wash that again. His creep is pretty impressive. I know it's the 12-minute mark, but he has basically half the map in creep.
Yeah, I think I've had plenty of games where I've been playing as Zerg where I haven't covered that much map and creep by the time it was all over.
Yeah,
it's very good focus. Honestly, you know, he's going to want to take advantage of that creep, especially with those Lings and Banes. If he's depending on those, he's going to want to take as many fights on creep as possible.
I like that he saw the mech and he's like, well, now I'm going to take all the bases.
Yeah, that's actually a good policy, because he's definitely got the more mobile army.
Yeah. Looks like he's snaking around for attack on the north, while the Terran's going to try to pop out these bases in the south.
Mm-hmm.
There's a planetary and a tank there, though, so it's not as enticing. And he's kind of meching his way through. Killing these rocks. I don't like killing those rocks.
Nah, with siege tanks, it's actually, you know, you can really use rocks to your advantage. He's taking this fight on creep. This could be a little bit pricey.
There's a bunch of siege tanks pounding away at the back.
Hydras actually do pretty nicely against Thors, but against siege tanks, they're mushed.
Yeah, and there's 2 siege tanks he left back. He's kind of slow pushing this forward. I like the fact that he's not engaging this. These tanks don't threaten anything. They're just there. That he shouldn't be...
Yeah.
There aren't any Hellions. Where are the Hellions?
I don't think many of them were remade. So...
Yeah. So he's gonna get a... He's gonna get a clean up of
he
this
managed
army.
to get a lot done on creep before getting off it. If I were him, I'd still turn around in a moment, though. There are those Hellions we were talking about, completely full flame. And a lot of spaced out siege tanks, too.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, in the end, seems like the Zerg is taking the better trades.
They're not
in the end
efficient, but he's got all the bases. He doesn't have any workers up at his. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Production.
Yeah.
The crackling upgrade is almost on the way. Adrenal almost done.
Yeah.
Both these guys are doing really well with their upgrades too.
They're both spending their money very efficiently.
Oh yeah.
I think this base in the south is a
200 max out. So, regardless of what.
I don't like this for the Zerg moving in here.
Yeah, I mean, he probably does want to trade some of this supply out, but wants to do it as efficiently as possible too. Here come the
Although that was a terrible. I don't know what the Thors are doing.
Yeah, honestly, the Thors haven't had a chance to fight against much that the Thors are good against.
Yeah, he shouldn't be building them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they can definitely absorb a lot of Baneling hits. That's nice, but it's even better just to take out the Banelings beforehand.
Right.
They're a lot deeper.
I don't necessarily know if this composition is the right one for the Terran right now. He needs like a million.
Yeah, he needs a lot of splash damage.
Hellbats. Hellions.
Yeah. Hellions and siege tanks. Hellbats and siege tanks, yeah.
Yeah, he can hold this. Like, that army can attack into Hellbat siege tank, but
we talked a little bit about Immortals firing slowly and mostly doing overkill. That's what Thors do to ground units.
Yeah.
They,
I think JMPZ is just going to roll them right here.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of an answer. I mean, that high ground is pretty efficient, but he's just got more to throw at him. He can just keep throwing those classic Ling Lings and Hydras until the sun goes down.
Yeah,
at
I mean
4 p.m.
he's gonna lose quite a bit here, but he just rebuilds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Terran was trying to go to the north, but there's an Overlord that's spotting that expansion. And I think JMPZ sees it, and he's rotating. That's what he's doing. He's rotating to the north. He's just going to take out that expansion.
Anywhere he goes on the offensive, there's going to be creep tumors to see at the very least.
Right. So, yeah, this has no shot of getting up here.
And yeah, those are fully upgraded Zerg lands. Speed, attack speed, movement speed, and 3/3.
Right. But he keeps building the Thors.
Yeah.
I would like to see any unit besides the Thor being built.
Well, yeah, JMPZ has taken all the tech paths, having them in reserve right now. So yeah, I mean, if he does switch into Broodlords, I guess those Thors have something to shoot at.
Yeah.
But he's got Ultralisk tech. He's getting his he's getting his Ultra upgrades. So basically, anything.
By the way, that was a Hyper Turtle. What is it called? Anti-armor missile, where you shoot the anti-armor missile after everything that could attack it has died.
And there is that, but I blame my teammates for not taking advantage of the opportunity.
Yes, indeed.
But here's the big thing with Zerg. Taking as many of the tech paths as possible can really come in handy because you can tech switch right on the fly anytime.
Right.
Any of those hatcheries can produce anything.
I see a couple Ultralisks in production, and I actually think
they've got the armor upgrade done with the movement upgrade on the way.
I think that will help the Thors be useful.
A little. I mean, honestly, there's stuff that are a lot more useful against Ultralisks, but Ghosts, Liberators, but he hasn't really gone the right tech path for either of those. I think
he sees it.
I think the disaster is inevitable. Siege tanks taken out before the rest of the army gets there. Land the Viking, land the Viking, land the Viking!
Why?
No. For my amusement.
Oh. Okay.
You get extra points for landing the Viking in front of an Ultralisk and reenacting the Heart of the Swarm opening, okay? I am the caster, hence I dictate what the rules are. And that rule is, if you're gonna wait, if there's a Viking with nothing to shoot at, just land it in front of Ultralisk, and everyone cheers. And you win. In a way.
In a way. Not in a way that counts, but in a way. He could repair that. He's gonna lose it. I think this is it. This is
gonna continue spiraling here.
The army supply is less than half for the Terran. I think the Zerg's just gonna roll on in and break him. I mean, there's a good defensive position. There's a lot to be said for that type of defensive position, but
no. The deal is Zerg can keep hitting, in any spot it wants.
Yeah.
And there's the Liberator I was mentioning to counter the Lurkers and the Ultralisk, but not for long.
No, it is.
And this is the deal here. The army units are going to get picked off as they produce, most likely.
Yeah, this is.
And it doesn't matter how efficiently you trade at this point either.
No.
We got one big purple blob of a map right now.
Right, he could start running workers into this, just building workers and win this game.
Well, yeah, offensive hatchery.
Offensive hatchery, just attack with the workers. At some point, you'll overrun them.
Yeah, but make one of them into a hatchery. I told you, my rules, my rules.
GG's got to be coming. There we go.
Yeah, GG, WP. Good game, well played. So yeah, there we got a nice drawn out one, but I'd say for the majority of it, Zerg had the edge.
Yeah.
I don't think Terran really managed to effectively go on the offensive. There was that one push where he also moved the battlecruiser, and after that, he really wasn't able to get very far into the creep.
No, the JMPZ was allowed to play his game, and so as a mech player, you've got to hit him once hard. And he had a pretty good army, but I was shocked to see how well the because he had not enough Hellbats, how well the Ling Hydra worked.
Just
Normally,
a little bit of positioning too. That attack where he, was late getting the siege tanks over to the ramp.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems. It's like you got to have the siege tanks ready to go ahead of time, and that's sometimes by the time you see the opposing army, it's too late.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what the Hellbats are for, to buffer.
Yes, indeed. And because blue's a pretty color once you get the upgrade.
Yeah. Waterfalls are next map, I believe.
Yes, indeed. We are getting the lobby going right now.
I think that this... Whose pick is that? Whose pick is Waterfall? JNPZ's pick is Waterfall, huh?
Both players say they're ready.
Well, let's hit it.
Yeah, TVZ, often thought of as the classic, ultra action map to StarCraft 2. I guess StarCraft 1 as well. Yeah.
That was very back and forth. I like that last game.
Mm-hmm.
This game, I don't know. What are you expecting out of this?
You're watching FSL Season 6.
I mean, honestly, they both like to get into the attack a little bit here. One moment, I gotta let everyone know what their names are. Okay? So, in the lower left, the Red Terran, his name is...
DLS Mizel.
And in the upper right, up one game, we have the Purple Zerg, he is...
JMPZ.
And for the thousands of attendants and the millions watching at home, let's get ready to rumble.
I don't know if you can say that. I don't know if you can
Is that
do
copyrighted?
I believe
Damn.
it is.
Okay. Sorry, Michael Buffer. I'll give credit where it's due.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Okay. Anyway, so we have a hatchery up. We have a wall being built to the natural ramp.
I see the exact same thing playing out.
Okay, this is odd.
What?
Actually got a text message from Michael Buffer, but all he said is that Protoss OP. Good jerk. All
yeah,
right.
So,
yeah, not really able to tell what's going on. We got one Marine, so he's not starting out with a Reaper.
Yeah, he's completing
and
the
we
wall.
have an Overlord. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he wants to do. I think he wants to just worry about denying the scout more than getting the zone right away.
Yep. Yeah, one of the
got an
buildings is
Overlord
about to take
pylon.
off.
Yep. Okay, got the expansion.
Yeah, there it goes. He's really going after it.
Well, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh, okay then.
I
Well,
wanna
you
be
don't play as
building
Terran,
units.
huh?
Yes, but I'd like to be building units.
Yes, indeed. Alright, we got the third hatchery down. So going not too dissimilar from the last game. Siege tanks
Right.
coming out.
1-1-1 again? You think?
I think, yes. I think he's going to try to get a Viking out right away and chase away any other overlords that try to peek in.
Yeah, that scout was really money last game.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, he was focusing pretty hard on trying to drive off overlords right away.
Yeah. The Terran's really been pounding on the. Well, that was a really early. That's well timed. I like that.
Really early what?
He hit the mule so that it returned its money like as soon as the
yeah.
thing completed.
Yeah, you get a feel for that early game part.
Yeah. The tank's out early. The starport's done, but kind of just sitting there for a minute. He's maybe waiting for.
Yep, Viking, like I thought.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting how early games, sometimes you can tell certain focuses they have, and I think a focus for Terran right now is no overlords.
Yeah, I think that Overlord could get in if it wants. Maybe those Marines could chase it away.
Well, we'll see. I think for now it's just waiting to see if any medevacs try to sneak out.
Can he see that? Yes, he can. Yeah.
Okay, Viking, Cyclone, 2 Marines.
Yeah, get wrecked, Scouters.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Into 3rd CC. Fast 3rd CC.
Yeah.
Here,
one moment. Let's see.
Cyclones? Is this battle?
And yeah,
JMPZ
did not see that that 3rd CC being made.
No,
so from his point of view, it could be just about anything.
Right. 2 factory. Wait, what's the factory built and then just took off? Oh, it's gonna swap. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
a reactor.
Factory. So I'm getting a bit of a mech feeling again. We already got Blue Flame on the way.
Yeah.
And honestly, Zerg has been sitting pretty comfortably, just focusing on macro.
Yeah, he's
got more Zerglings coming, but that's about
it. He's not really hammering the D key on this. He's at 48 drones, only 5 so above the Terran.
Yeah.
45
to 51 as far as workers go.
I 45 to 49. He built a couple things, so it's really not as much as you'd expect at this point of the game. For the 29 Zerglings is a lot of Zerglings.
Yes, indeed. I gotta say, I mean, for the most part, these two are pretty feel pretty comfortable just building up their own side, not really putting a lot of focus on interfering with each other. Ooh. Okay, those
that Zergling flock will be really paid for itself right there, although...
Yeah, I think they managed to kill a lot more Hellions than you might think.
Yeah, but I think that he only has 3 Banelings on the field right now. 16 Zerglings just popped. The blue flames are sitting in the mineral line killing some drones.
Yep. Well, I'll take that. No armory. I don't think there's an armory yet, so he can't actually turn them into Hellbats.
He's up the Terran's up workers after that attack, so
that's a nice place for Terran to be in.
It really is.
So what do they call it when you're focusing heavily on the Cyclones, the Hellions? Is that Battle
Mech? That's Battle Mech. I like Battle Mech better against what JMPZ brought than. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it can definitely deal. They can deal a lot better with heavily mobile units like Zerglings.
Yeah.
And you're not as you don't have to be positioned ahead of time as much.
Right, the 4th and 5th went up for the Zerg. Oh, he saw that with those Overlords. It's funny, he spent all that time denying the Overlords, and this run-by didn't work because there's those 2 Overlords right north of his 3rd base. Although,
he is definitely killing a lot
really
of
well.
Zerglings. Yeah.
He traded really well for that. But the two Overlords are just sitting there, and there's a Viking just outside.
Yeah,
like
I think after he cleared out his base, he hasn't really been thinking about the Overlords as much. But it's a nice opportunity. There isn't a lot that shoots up. I guess there are some couple of Hydralisks on the way now.
Right, but you could still go kill those with 2 Cyclones
Absolutely.
that ran underneath it with the Hellions. And like I said, that's why that attack didn't get more done, because he saw it coming so far away. So he sees Lair going into Hive. He sees the Hydralisk Den wiggling away, I guess. He's I'd like to see some scanning of this creep, just knock it down a bit. JMPZ's really good with this creep. You left the 2 tumors. You've left 2 tumors.
Yeah, and those Hellions get a big bonus in damage against those tumors too.
Right. Marcel, you left those 2 tumors.
Yeah.
You scanned them.
I mean,
Go kill them.
you know, you got the chance to push those back. You might as well. So, boy, JMPZ's army is going to be a lot more effective on creep than off.
Yeah.
Run!
You gotta run. You gotta run. Run. Does he get that?
Boy.
He's too focused on the Hive. It's not worth it.
He got the Hive, but at the expense
Not the Hive.
of his whole well,
that
hatchery.
was just a hatchery, yeah.
Hatchery.
He got the
Over
hatchery.
the expense of a full offensive force. He would not have gotten it if it was Hive. Would have been a lot more health there. But yeah.
I don't think that was worth it at all. That he knows that that's the 5th, and there was no drones on it.
There's exactly plenty of other hatcheries up.
Yeah.
And we got a couple more command centers going down. Oh, but JMPZ reaches it before it's before the wall is anywhere near complete.
Yeah.
I would really like to see. You got to do a lot of kiting if they're Hellions. You know, Hellbats. I don't know.
Wait, what's he doing? Oh, thank you. You've got that. You've got it right there. You didn't lose it. He's like, I'm building another one.
There's this flying command center just tapping him on the shoulder and going, ahem.
He can see that Overlord. That one Overlord, he can see it. Oh, he's gonna go kill that one. Like,
yeah.
You can't let both the Overlords just get all the vision in the world.
And there's the Thor again, without much for the Thor to attack.
He flew down to take his 6th, but then he's flying away. I don't get that one either.
Got a lot of airborne command centers right now.
Now he's flying it back. His command center is just walking around.
What's that one doing out on creep?
The
planetary fortress rushes are fun, but they don't work if there's nowhere to land.
He sees that other Overlord. He could go kill it. What is he doing?
Neo Steel Armor is what he's doing.
Wait, he's rallying because he's got to have a control group that has the Overlords in it, the command centers.
The command centers.
Because he flew that one down and then he flew it back.
You know what I bet he's doing? I bet he's trying to rally his SCVs in a control group that has those flying command centers in it. I've done that so many times. Where
he's gonna get this one.
Yeah, but.
Again, I don't know if it's worth it, but I mean, you knock him down.
He didn't kill any workers that I can see. But so if you have a flying command center and you try to set a rally point at the minerals, the ones that are on the ground rally their SCVs there. The ones that are in the air just fly over there. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
He sees that. He's rushing his army up there.
Yeah.
The planetary is going to complete in time before the attack, which
I would really like a lot more siege tanks than Thors in these situations.
Yes, the Thors are not the answer to this.
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, Thors are a really tough unit, but they're also a very slow unit. They're slow to move, they're slow to fire,
they're not
and
very
they
good.
can be targeted down.
Yeah, they're not very good. They're great against air. They're great against air, but they're really kind of slow and derpy against things that aren't air.
Now, if you mix a bunch of smaller units in, sometimes it can be worth it to throw maybe 1 or 2, but...
He missed the creep tumor that's creeping his base there.
Yeah.
And he didn't kill that Overlord, he just let it sit there.
Does he have... I thought he had a Raven somewhere. I know he's researching, like, the starting energy for Raven.
He does have one. He has one on the map.
Alright. And we have high-sec auto-tracking. I don't get... He's actually researching some upgrades that I just don't see often enough, and I think are kind of cool. But also, high-sec auto-tracking, once again, I mean, if he was playing against mutas, I mean, it does expand it expands the range of the planetary fortress and the Raven's auto turrets, but you know, I'm just not. And I'd like to see him with an army that's a bit more of an answer for what for what his opponent has.
Nothing but Hellions. A million Hellions.
But yeah, the deal is, you know,
he's got 3 Banelings. A million Hellions.
Yeah, I'd go for that. But yeah, I mean, high-stick auto-tracking to a lot of people is a bit of a joke. You know, maybe it's something you get after you're already maxed out, but I think Day 9 even had, like, his announcer pack even has some sort of line, like, upgrade complete. I hope it wasn't high-stick auto-tracking.
Yeah, yes. But now he's marching pretty effectively.
But as you say, boy, if he was clearing creep as he goes, especially since he's got that Raven right above his army.
Yes.
He's doing a lot of right-clicking his army around, I think. You know, they're not just hitting as they go.
Siege all those tanks. Siege every one of those tanks.
Yep. Those tanks. That many tanks can really take advantage of high ground.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
This is not where you want to Zerg. The Zerg does not want to be filing into there.
No, he had the right idea cutting off reinforcements, but bringing the Hydras up to high ground, I think he should have been doing the opposite, just getting the drones out of there. He's got plenty of places to move them.
There's going to be a free tank and two Thors are going to give themselves away for free here on the rally, but...
yeah, some of these Thors are pretty hurt.
Yeah.
And there goes one of them.
There goes the second.
Yeah.
Those are scouting
the second
Thors.
is still at the high ground. Let's see what happens. Scouting Thors, yep.
Sometimes I do that when I have robo units.
Oh, okay, it's Protoss, yeah. Still, I think he's just got more. He's got stronger units, and overall he's got a bigger army supply, so...
He's got a huge bank going right now.
Yeah. So, I don't know. If he could just make another... Yeah. He got it. High-stick auto-tracking won him the game.
Clearly.
You see him kind of nodding and smirking, and I think he knows that might have been a bit of a long shot, but he got it.
Who doesn't want to build high-sec auto-tracking?
Gosh. I don't know. Honestly, as Zerg, I'd build high-sec auto-tracking. It's worth it to do the multiple neuros against the SCV, just so you can get the command center up, and then gradually work your way up to it. I think that's how Cyril won his first world championship, doesn't it?
Not quite, but
my memory is a little fuzzy. I'm getting older. Keep in mind, I was in college when the original StarCraft came out, so
oh, you're in a lobby.
Everything kind of blends together. So we have our final match of the series right here.
Yeah.
For the show match, I'm thinking about actually doing a 4-player free-for-all with these two, Cyan and myself, and maybe you can cast.
Oh, for sure, I can cast that.
Mm-hmm.
So Inside and Out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the map? I
think after the length of those last 2 games, if I'd be thinking about trying some early aggression, but like I said, they both seem very comfortable. Getting kind of sitting back, building up, and then hitting.
Yeah,
and I just got news. Kitty Cat Gamer wants to be part of the free-for-all. So maybe we'll let her in. And anyway, enough about the future. Let's talk about the present. In the upper right, the red Tarantine of the game it is.
DLS Mizel.
And in the lower left, the purple Zerg, he is...
JMPZ.
Alright. Play ball! Is that one copyrighted?
No. That one...
Alright.
Definitely would be smarter.
Eat it, MLB.
Yeah. So, this is the first time I've seen this scout. Do you think this is for... I do. I think this is Proxy Reaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things in a series of 3.
Eh.
It's like
didn't say he
Okay,
gets
you've
scouted
just gone
right
blow
away.
for blow for 2 very, very long games. You're tied up. Sometimes win or lose, you
Oh,
want to
wait,
wrap
wait,
up.
wait, wait, wait. Will
Yep. Let's
JMPZ
see if this.
Overlord gonna scout it?
I gotta say, you
It's
know,
pretty close.
DLS Mazel. Here.
I'm following it. It's like right on the edge, and it's not gonna be scouted.
No, I'm looking at JMPC's vision. This
I
could
don't know
be-
how it. I don't know how that wasn't scouted.
I think. I think it's just hugging the border of the map, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Might be a game changer. We'll have to see.
I like I said, I honestly don't understand how that wasn't scouted.
Yeah.
It's
if I
not.
were-
It's one proxy. It's not like a huge proxy
Yeah.
thing.
It's not triple racks. We got that going.
Right. It's not full
And
war,
then-
send it or go home. This is.
Yep, one Reaper.
And because he's playing mech, it doesn't even matter if the barracks makes it home.
I guess that's a good point. In fact,
Yeah,
you can even use that barracks to scout for a while.
Yeah. Oh, kill it!
Haha. Can he turn it into something in time? He does. Okay.
Yeah. Go kill other things.
Yeah.
There's nothing else there. He doesn't have anything. What are you doing?
The Grim
Ah,
Reaper.
you let your time go.
Well,
You can kill an
No.
extractor. He delayed the third. I guess that is.
or force him to cancel an extractor.
Yeah. Oh, the Lingy boys
Oh.
are coming.
It got canceled. Alright. And yeah. Oh. Okay, that is one happy Reaper. You know? I think I actually saw him sort of adjust his collar and kind of do that little head wave thing that people do after being proud of themselves briefly.
Oh, look at this. He might get a drone. He's shooting not the extractor drones. Get a drone.
Get one. Oh,
he
got it.
Can't lose. Terran can't lose now. He got a single drone to start the game. Delayed the third
he
and
did.
got a drone. I think that
All
Reaper
right.
should now retire as a hero.
You know, honestly, with that kind of barracks, I kind of like flying it around and using it to scout, but honestly, the Reaper did just fine on that anyway. So-
Yeah. Well, he knew he went 3
Ooh, we got a Liberator starting.
Yes, we do.
I mean, already we're definitely seeing DLS Mazel take a little bit more of an active early game role here.
Yes, JMPZ loves this scout. It's beautifully done every time. He gets it right in position.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to swing on in. It's going to see everything.
Oh, come on. You're the Hero Reaper. You can do this. You can do this, man. He
We got
did
the
it.
safety!
Now, I think, what do you call it? Combat medication or whatever it is that the Reaper has. I think that still activates while he is in the bunker.
It does.
Yep, he is healing up.
Mini heart
Mini
attack.
heart attack. Okay.
Will this Liberator get anything done?
Well,
This
that's
is
the
where
question.
Mazel is
We
the
got-
best with this multitask.
Mhm.
Bring him offhand.
So we got a spore crawl. We got spore crawlers on the way in each base. So.
Oh, look at
Hey,
that!
he got a queen. And I think did he just destroy an egg too? Oh, look. Oh man, look at that. He dropped a repair mule,
but he
but it
didn't
wasn't
repair.
actually repairing it.
Yeah.
It's tricky. They do not have auto repair
Yeah. It was a great
set
idea.
to begin with. You have to actually right click or just tell it to.
Yeah.
It was a great idea, and honestly.
Banshees, what do you think of this as a backup?
Oh man, and you know what happens with mules?
Huh.
They carry extra, so that was I think an extra 25% or something of minerals that his opponent will never have. So
yes.
yeah. Well, still, if you
I don't
if
like
you
the
don't
quote
have anything to
Banshee
do with the
follow-up.
mule, you
He
may as
knows
well.
that there are spores in every
I
base.
mean, yeah, he's got the detection going. And
No, I
meanwhile,
mean he might catch him, able
Like
to
as
clear
he's
some
expand
creep
him?
with it. Yeah.
yeah, well, creep clearing would be very handy, as we've said before.
against what JMPZ's been doing, especially with how good his creep generally is. I mean, yeah.
Of course, JMPZ is actually doing something a little different. He's going Spire now. We did not see that last couple of games, except in the very late game of match 1, and I don't think he ever actually built any Mutas or Corruptors there.
You know, with the start that FSL has, I think the Spire's
I think he might
hard
actually
counter.
take. Nope. Didn't quite take out a Queen with a Reaper.
No. But what I'm saying is I think the Spire's a hard counter to everything that Dismel has.
Yep. Well,
2
especially-
BC.
Yep. Double starport. So
this
he's
is
got
awesome.
Mutas. He does not have any Corruptors coming out just yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're seeing this is going to be a very different game than the last couple, and I think very heavy on the air by the looks of it.
Yeah. You better run. Oh, or not.
Yeah.
He got work done. I don't know if it paid for itself,
I think
but
he only got like 2 drone kills, didn't he? So
2 drone kills and a queen.
Okay. Still, I mean, whether it's the Liberators or the Banshees, he's spending gas on stuff that are only minerals. And here come the Mutas.
He does know the Mutas are here.
Yep. Ooh. That's some good repairing going on there. Yeah, the missile turret never even went down. So, I'd say much better repairing than happened with that Liberator. That missile turret is nice.
Where's he
and healthy.
jumping? That's a terrible
to the back
idea.
of the name.
That's a terrible idea. He's going to lose both of them.
The old F2, you see all those Zerglings gathering underneath the battle cruisers, but still, he's getting the job done. Ooh, yep, down goes one, and
there's no way that either of
them
them
they're gonna be able to focus.
I mean, they trade okay, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely taking stuff down with them, you know, with every starport unit, but in the end, I mean...
It's 81 drones to 60 workers, SCVs, and there's a BC and 2 Cyclones that
those
shoot
BCs
up.
take a long time to build, even with double starports.
Right, versus 9 and 7. He's got to stop.
And he's got a nice little combination of Zerglings along with those.
Yeah.
You know, definitely going to make it a lot harder to repair. Oh, just barely. How much has that got left on it? 1! That actually has 1 health left on it.
But I think the the Zerg could have just walked in and killed that.
Probably. I think he definitely could have done more damage.
Yeah,
right.
but regardless,
the BC's getting repaired.
22 SCVs went down. I don't see.
And
the Terran
I mean, look at how
recovering
much
from
more production that Zerg has right now.
Yeah,
it's got
the Zergs.
What is that? 5 hatcheries, all making larvae at once.
Yeah, and the Zergs.
And a lot bigger bank.
Yeah, is pumping his way to max out here.
Ooh,
the Thors. I finally like the Thors in this match.
Yeah, right now Thors are looking very pretty.
Yes.
Although he's already branching out a little bit. Got the infestation chamber. Got the and there it is, a Thor, and he's got smart servos, so he can quickly switch between ammo types.
I don't know if that's particularly useful, but you know, it's something.
I mean, he's taking on both Corruptors and Mutalisks.
Do you think these are? Do you think these Overlords are rallied, or do you think they're scouting Overlords? Nope, those got to be rallied.
I think they're rallied because they're all, you know, there's another one moving to that exact same spot.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's no reason you'd, especially with all the things that fly and shoot. That's a lot of Banelings coming in.
Yeah, well,
32 Banelings.
Once again, we're at a point where DMPZ has enough of a lead with supply and
Overlord
economy.
Get him.
He can throw stuff away. Oh wow!
Almost
the battle cruiser Thor combo.
Single versus single Overlord. Yeah, but I think the game's about to end here.
Probably.
Yeah.
But once again, extra points if he starts very rapidly switching between the different kind of anti-air missiles. Right now, it's like nothing but corruptors, so he's probably going to want to use the heavy-duty ones.
I'm gonna
the
say
high-impact payload, is that it?
Yeah, the heavy payload.
Yeah. Also, nice
Explosive payload versus
decal too. I want to admire that for a moment.
War Pigs decal.
Yep.
Yeah, that is.
The War Pigs are the first mercenaries you unlock in the Wings of Liberty campaign, and they also had like a DC and Wildstorm comics series based on them that never got a follow-up. And there's auto tracking again. Classic auto tracking.
Listen, it never fails. Tails never fails.
Yep.
Although a maxed out army versus 136 army.
Well, but he's got those missile turrets. Those don't count towards the supply. And I think that planetary is going down almost instantly. Yeah.
Well, you know what?
A lot more corruptors than he has targets for them, but
yeah, it took a lot with. You know what? That planetary took most of the banelings, which is not what you want to do with your banelings.
Nah.
And if he couldn't do that 15 more times and win the game, but 14 more times, I think he might be able to.
I like how quick DLS Mazel is on repairing. You see, instantly he's got a few SCVs on that damaged battlecruiser.
He has a lot of really good control.
Yeah, and
I don't know if that's going to make up for the fact that he's going to
50 supply behind.
Yeah, and it's going to be a pretty constant 50 supply
and
behind.
a lot of creep once again. That's something JMPZ really excelling at in these matches.
I don't. It might just be me, but I consider that that base that JMPZ is taking right now. I consider that the Terran's base.
Not anymore, it ain't.
Yeah, it's kind of an aggressive spot to go.
It is, but once again, he's got the money to spare.
Yeah, he's got a huge bank.
When you're maxed out, I mean, you keep the upgrades coming, and we have Broodlords on the way.
Yeah.
So this is 12 of them. So, oh boy, these could do a lot of work if there isn't enough. If there aren't enough flyers to deal with them. He does have, he's got a couple more battle cruisers on the way, and he does have Yamato cannon. We know.
Yeah, and he has 4 Thors. Only 5 Hellbats though. Oh, he's gonna take out this base. I said that.
Oh boy. Yeah.
The Thors are not.
Those Thors are trapped on creep.
Yeah, they're kind of scouting Thors again, and I'm not a big fan of the scouting Thor.
Hey, just because Hellions are mineral only and go about 10 times as fast.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. And very quick about it. But this is a big threat.
No, this is not a big threat. This is the game. There's no stopping this.
Yeah, I'm with you here.
I mean,
even if you're repairing those battle cruisers, those SCVs aren't going to last long against Broodlands.
Right.
So we are seeing the end of the end.
Middle of the end. I say it goes on for another 2 minutes, a minute and a half. No, 30 seconds. I'll take that back.
There's not very far to go. It's falling. Yeah.
Oh, I was wrong.
GDWP, we have it.
That was a good series. I really liked that one.
We saw some really interesting stuff tonight between both of those matches.
Yeah.
Alright, coming in are the 2 players for interviews.
Alright. We had 3 grueling fights there. With some very high-tech armies, too.
Yeah.
It was a very fun series. That was probably the most fun I've had playing.
Yeah, you, JMPZ, you had the entire map in all 3 games covered in creep. Is that something you practice a lot, creeping, or is it just come natural for you?
Well, I'm not really good at scouting. I don't know if you noticed, I sent maybe 1 or 2 overlords in. Sometimes I tried to throw some wings in. I'm trying to get better at it, but if I can spread the whole map and creep, I can see the whole map. So that way, I don't have to really worry about scouting if I can see half the map.
I was
Half
going to
the
say,
scouting.
actually, your scout on the first game is what won you that game. Dismel stopped you from scouting the next 2 games because I think he realized that you got that hero overlord, spotted the BCs coming in just in time for you to get your spores and queens ready. Because you hadn't had any defense before then. You saw it and you're like, oh, I better prepare for that, and made it go a lot
That's
better
my
for you.
least favorite thing to do against Terran is defend against BCs, because you can literally spam queens from the beginning of the game, and usually it hits around 6 queens, but I mean a BC will still kill like 3 of those queens before it has to leave, so it's kind of nuts how much damage they can do.
Yeah, it can be abusive, quite for sure. Dismal DLS
DLS Mizel.
Just Mizel. Mizel is
Mizel.
fine.
I'm gonna go with Mizel.
I like going
So-
with dismissal because that's what it looks like from a distance.
So
Go ahead,
the in the first game, that like I said, that scout really kind of put you behind. In the second game, you were really good about denying the scout, and in the third game, it seemed like that was your focus. Did that kind of turn into an early game deal of not letting him see what you were doing? Because each of your games, you really kind of had a different path for your mech.
Well, yeah. Again, I haven't gotten any warm ups. You know, I was just going with the flow. Whatever, I was reactive to whatever is happening. Yeah, and luckily, second game I won the match. Actually, my mouse is double clicking that time. As you can see, my CCs went to his base, something like that.
Yes, that was.
It
Yeah,
looked
and
like
then-
you accidentally rallied to the mineral patches with the same with some of the command centers that were already in the air.
Funny.
Yeah, I was actually pressing attack, but then
okay.
you know, my mouse is. Anyways, and then game 2, the only mistake I did there was I didn't get Yamato. So I should have at least killed the Spire. That's actually my target. And then when I saw it, I didn't have Yamato. It's over.
Was that game 3 or game 1?
Game 3. Game 3.
Game 3. Yeah,
Yep,
I was gonna say
game 3.
game 2. You actually didn't build any battle cruisers.
Yep.
But,
Just yeah, battle mech.
Yeah. With your composition against his, most of the time your composition against Zerg is really good, but he went with a lot of the smaller units. Do you think that you could have added in more Hellbats and Hellions?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Instead of the Thors?
Yeah, good question. I was that's my first time to fight against a Zerg who's reacting to mech with a lot of links. So in game 1, as you can see, it was too late when I added Widow Mines and more, you know, more Hellbats. Yeah, so I forgot to make another reactor for JMPZ. So good, yeah, good strat for him. Really good strat.
Yeah, you kind of had the standard anti-roach composition, and it was
Correct.
amazing how well the Ling Hydra normally gets squashed by mech, but it worked really well in all 3 games. I was kind of shocked.
And I gotta say, especially in the second one, you really managed to play positionally and break through at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very simple. I was just targeting his. I saw how good his macro is. So I wanted to target a lot of hatcheries with my cyclones. I couldn't kill a lot of drones. I'm not sure if you've seen how many drones I killed there with my Hellbats.
We saw.
Yeah.
How many? What? How?
It wasn't. So some games it was. It depended. The first and the third game, they run-bys actually. The third game especially, JMPZ had a couple overlords that spotted the run-bys coming, and his response was really, really quick.
Yeah. You were focusing more on the hatchery, on sniping the hatcheries too.
Yeah, and the second game, he saw them coming with a couple overlords that stubbornly refused to. Was that the third game? That's you kind of didn't kill. So every time you did a run by, he kind of saw them. So the Hellion run bys weren't as effective as they normally are, mostly because his scouting saw it coming and gave him time to react.
Right.
So, big question we have: do you think high-sec auto tracking gets a bad rap? You know, we saw you tended to add that, and I hear a lot of people, I think, needlessly making fun of it as if it's just throwing away money. What are your thoughts?
Hello? Oh, we lost him.
Hello? Was it
Bye-bye.
for me?
Okay, am I? See, I think I'm
Well,
still on. Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just drop that question then. I think it's better that we leave it to the poets. Okay? Now,
That's good to me.
a more important question: are both of you ready for a 4-player free-for-all?
Yeah. Yes.
When's the last time either of you played a free-for-all?
Never.
Oh,
2 years
wow.
ago.
Okay.
Well, I think Sergio is gonna join. Sloza is interested as long as Kitty Cat.
Yeah.
Do an 8-player free for all.
But before we hop on to that,
yep.
let's wrap up the results.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's, man. That was very
It's
fun.
GG.
It was fun playing against a mech player. Usually it's always
Yeah.
bottom, so it was change of pace.
Glad you had fun.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yep.
Later.
So I saw. I think the Code S results. DMS Mazel took a map.
Yeah.
It should be the Code S result should be DMS.
Yeah, they should be
Mazel
2-1.
1. Yeah, 2-1. Little Reaper lost 0-2.
Yep, it's updated now.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. Well, those are the results. Why don't you talk about what you want to do in terms of this free for all?
I want to watch some craziness is what I want to do. And what we've got here are 4 different players. I think we've got all 3 races represented between them. We might swap one of the players out, one of them. But, so here's the deal. Back in the day, we thought it was really cool just to have a bunch of people in a big battle royale until we realized that maybe one player could just turtle up and then run over everyone afterwards. But we're going to ignore that now because we don't have enough people who have experience with free-for-all, so we don't know if they're actually going to take that route. I guess my big thing here, and something I'm going to be doing a lot in projects, is just looking at some of the other ways you can play StarCraft. You can play as a hardcore, very tactical one-on-one game, or you can just go crazy. There are so many game modes, and some that people have never even tried. So
A lot of good custom games.
Oh yes. So if we can, so KJ, if you could create a lobby for Frost LE Void.
Wait, what? I don't know anything about that. You want to be leader? I'll just follow you.
Okay. Let me create then.
Just see if you can make
To a
sure
party.
that we do have a 30-minute limit here, just because I do have.
Oh, absolutely.
engagement.
Yeah, sometimes these can drag on. So, join the party. Okay, so you want to make me party leader then? Okay.
Is Kitty Cat Gamer joining us?
I suggested her right now.
You ready to go? Okay, yeah.
She should be in there.
So as long as she responds.
Excellent. KJ, are you playing?
No,
just
I'm
observing?
just observing. I can't.
Oh,
play.
okay.
How do I move myself to the observer slot? There we go, I think. Yeah. So host.
Yeah,
Game
gotta move me
duration,
too.
30 minutes. And I have a third map lined up if these go fast enough. I don't think they will. I think we're probably going to cap it at 2. Locked lances,
Yeah,
faster,
if
melee.
Mizel is playing, you should probably turn on his camera too.
Nope.
So I'm bringing in Kitty Cat, Gamer, and Cyan on the Discord. If you have cameras,
Great.
turn it on.
And JMPZ, you want to stick with Zerg so we have at least one represented?
Cool. Yep.
I just like it that way.
I think Kitty Cat plays Zerg too.
Does she?
Yeah,
okay.
and move me at
Well, never
observer,
mind.
too.
Oh, can we play Western? US West?
David?
Yeah, let me... Where is
Yeah, you may have to remake that US West.
Okay, yeah, here. Let's quit out of it then.
Okay, we'll try that again.
Thank you.
Alright, so... Okay, where do I switch the server? Is that...
I think it's after you make it, it'll ask you, right?
It's not giving me the option to create lobby.
What's the map again? Frost.
It's a 4-player map. Frost LE Void.
Okay, I'll create it. I got it.
Well,
I'll
then
invite
you'll
you
make
guys.
you the leader then.
Yep.
You'll have to do that hyper turtle.
Here, who am I hearing talking?
I'll invite you to the lobby. It's just enter.
Well, we're in a party, so I guess you could do that.
Yeah, I think that might be the problem here. Let me leave party, create lobby. This is all practice for the future. Now, I know there's an option for server. Where do I click on it?
I think you need to set it up in the settings. Hold on. I think I got it.
Okay.
It's just downloading. With a void, right? Frost LE void.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Inviting
All
you
right, go ahead and
guys.
start inviting and set it for melee FFA 30-minute time limit.
Ooh.
30 minutes. Okay.
Do we have to leave this party, or?
I left the party.
Yeah, leave that party. You can get invited to the new one.
Okay.
Freedom. Here. Invite you.
Okay, I'm giving it to KJ now.
Mhm.
Alright, cool.
Okay. And Bunnies accept the invitation,
I already
and then move
did.
down to observer.
Alright, before we start, we missing anybody?
Yes,
Kitty
we
cat.
are. 2 people.
Move me into observer.
So we need Cyan as well. Here.
Kitty cat, yeah!
Invite to game.
One to rule them all.
All right.
Cyan's in. You just got to swap David for Cyan, and away we go.
Yep.
Yay!
All right, we are ready.
Alright, we're good to go with this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, and War Bunnies will be casting?
No, I'm going to be casting too. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
you're
both
not
be
playing?
casting.
Oh.
No, no, Kitty Cat Gamer was able to take the heat for me.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, and we do have one of each, including a random. So
This,
that's the way it
Cyan,
should
before we
be.
get going, can we get her on camera or not? Is not working?
Yeah,
So
she's trying to hook it up right now.
Oh, okay. Because we'll just show the players on the cameras.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're about ready to start. So tell us about FFA before we get started. What is this about? all about?
FFA stands for Free for All. And that means it is a battle royale. No allies. Only enemies. Last player standing wins eternal glory. So yeah, we do have alliances turned off, although even in this kind of thing, you will probably see players deciding to join up a little bit against whoever's in the lead.
All right.
But,
The cool thing is they'll be all on the same channel.
Yeah,
They can chit chat.
Indeed.
Yeah, chat it up.
All right. So, do we need to move the casters elsewhere so they can't hear us? Or you know what we could do? We could just make sure that they can't hear us.
Yeah, I think.
Or do you think we
yeah,
should
just-
leave it open? It'll be funny trash talking.
I think it would be funnier if we just let them type. That's the way it usually works. There's something nice
Alright.
and disassociative about it.
Got it.
Yeah,
All right. Good luck, guys. We're gonna get started.
But yeah, probably not hear each other or us.
Good luck. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yay us.
So,
Woo, game.
we're playing around with some different modes a bit in the future. There's other stuff. There's Archon. There's variations of free for all where you can choose allies when the game's already started.
There's that capture the flag mode that.
Not in StarCraft 2 though.
No, there's a mod for it.
A mod. I don't think we have it. Frost LE is an interesting one. It's primarily, one-on-one map with multiple spawning points. Here, let me take a moment. In the upper right, the red Terran is...
DLS Mizel.
Wait, where are we?
You
Am I
good?
looking at...
I
Yeah,
don't know
Freedom,
which
are you
camera.
looking... Where are we?
We're
I'm looking at your
the top
camera.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
You were good. You were good.
Okay, then go to the next one. In the upper left, the purple Terran is...
JMPZ.
In the bottom left, the blue Protoss, she is...
Cyan.
And in the lower right, we have a purple Zerg. And he is...
Kitty Cat Gamer.
She. Yeah, okay, wow, I'm really mixed up already. Also, I just realized that there have been a bunch of pink players I've been calling purple so far.
That's the least of our concerns.
Alright. So what we have here, like I said, is primarily a one-on-one map where there's multiple spawning points. That's fallen out of fashion in StarCraft 2, although it's still kind of the way people like to go in a lot of maps in the original StarCraft. And,
yeah.
they're all more or less, they're similar distances from each other. You see there's different crevices based on where you're at. And on the people who are on the east or west side, they're going to have potential thirds that are quite a bit closer to each other than they would be if they're both in the south or north.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some nice lava at the bottom too.
Lava.
So usually you see things kind of defensive, because if you go on the offensive, if you lose too much, you're vulnerable to everything, and you also are vulnerable to people attacking you while you're on the offensive attacking someone else.
See those Reapers pass in the night up there?
I think they did.
Yes, they absolutely did.
So, yeah, and both go into each other's bases too.
Yeah.
So Great Reapers think alike.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we have an SCV surround right off there. Not bad. The other Reaper manages to hop down and hop up again. He's got to make sure that those SCVs get back to work though.
What?
Can't get too cocky after killing a Reaper. And then the bottom left, what do we got? Is that just an SCV scout?
Yeah, that's the SCVs. He scouted the whole map.
Okay.
So I think the other players here are, besides Kitty Cat, are all pretty similar in skill. I think obviously JMPZ and Mizel are very similar in skill.
They're at the top, and you saw that everyone, straight off the bat, was very happy to reveal who was whom.
Right.
So, I don't think it's coincidence that JMPZ and DLS Mizel went for each other first, to scout each other.
Right. Kitty Cat is a little bit of a disadvantage. This map actually kind of screws the Zerg a little bit.
It's going to be kind of hard to hold a fourth.
Well, it's not just hold a fourth. It's, well, she took the fourth as the third, but
Reaper chased off by a Hellion there, And down the lower left, we have Shield Battery and Oracle going up.
Yeah.
So if you are going to be harassing, you do want to make sure it's something that can get away afterwards. That's a big trick.
Yeah. He thinks,
Yeah.
oh, he's just going to let it go.
Yeah.
I could kill it, but I'm not gonna. The
So
Oracle.
And this is what I love about Free For All. It's very traditional to try to pit people against each other.
Yes.
You know, not so much alliances as just trying to get people
Even it
to
out,
focus
right.
on someone other than you. Okay, in the upper left, I think we have an Oracle doing some damage.
We do, and
yeah. All right,
it's
it
really
got hurt
getting a lot.
badly, but yeah, it's
There's nothing that shoots
there's
up
nothing
over
left
here.
to shoot at it. Fun being attacked by 23. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I think one of the nice things about, you know, whether it's a free-for-all or it's just a really old, crummy map, the more terrible things are set up, the less stress you feel, less pressure you feel on it.
That's true.
So I think there's more room, you know, like in the old days, just sitting down together in a LAN and just all pummeling each other without really caring.
You know what's amazing is how well Kitty Cat Gamer is playing.
Yeah, and being left alone all this time too.
I think
they might
everyone's gonna
actually end
leave
up
her alone.
underestimating her. I know I'm new, but damn. Yep. You know, I think those pleas might fall upon deaf ears. But
Yeah,
we're
well-
definitely seeing some nice harassment units. We got a Banshee on the way, Cloak about 3/4 of the way done. Now we got a lot of Zerglings.
You know,
Alright.
Kitty Cat has the most supply by a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think it help. It probably doesn't help that I think people are targeting the Code S players mostly.
Yeah.
And these, I don't know, these Marines, they might go down pretty quickly if they get too close to the edge, but he knows better than that. Good.
Yeah.
I also see a Viking on the way, which, you know, decent
Will
way
really-
to take care of the Banshee.
Yeah, you know what I'm not
Oh,
understanding?
and then
Why isn't he running by?
Now, Kitty Cat Gamer, who is
I can't
very
believe she-
familiar with trying to mow down her own parents, is doing what she does best.
She's
We will
doing
see-
it. Look
you
at that
think- you-
pile. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Did not manage to hit any any oracles with the biles, but that was still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, and we see those SCVs being chased down by Hellions. Very good chance that JMPZ might pretty much be out of this. Although he's cleaned up all right, but he's
I think he'll
in
clean
pretty
up.
bad economic shape.
He lands his Vikings. Now he needs to land the Viking.
Oh yeah. Well, if Vikings are all you have that can attack ground, I mean, he does have a couple other Marines, but you got to use what
Kitty
you
Cat
can.
Gamer is playing out of just unbelievably.
She has
Look
something to prove. She always has, and now it's payback time for the rest of her family.
Yeah, but she's not spending her minerals like super effectively. But man, she's building stuff, and yeah, I really, yeah, she's been very effective. I'm
Now-
for a silver player versus two.
Ooh, battle cruiser, classic. You know, sometimes really sturdy units can do well for yourself in free-for-alls. Although you also tend to expect your opponent is going to see those come in.
Yeah, free for all is
You have, you know, in this case, 3 opponents that might have time to come up with counters.
right. I BC Sky Toss. There's a little
It's going to
derped
be
up.
tricky, and it's going to be very hard for any of them to go beyond their corner of the map, their quarter of the map, before
Yeah.
someone else has been eliminated. Okay, we got oracles on the way again.
Yep, 3 oracles.
Cyan, like any good father, is willing to just let things go with his daughter, and take his anger out on someone completely different. We
Yeah.
got the missile turrets there, and plenty of. Oh boy, here come the
Right.
Vikings. That might not be pretty. Ooh, I mean that's a nice freeze, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth the price.
Yeah, like what? But he could have just shot at it too. Those don't get up for nothing. Nope, that was.
Might have been a good time just for those oracles to turn around and see if someone else has a target. In free-for-alls, I think a neat thing is sometimes you make something and it turns out one of your opponents has an answer for it, so you just send them to someone else's base.
Yeah. Who scanned Kitty Cat there?
I think that would be DLS Mazel.
Oh, he's
and he's lost some of his army units that have gone on the offensive, but he hasn't really taken much damage either. Almost all, the biggest damage has definitely been focused on our Codex winner for the night.
Yeah. I think he's.
Ooh, bold move.
I don't know if it works like that. This is the second time he scanned it first too, which is the part I don't get. Like you scanned it, you saw a Zerg base that wouldn't unzerg.
No, there's not much a command center can do on creep.
Right.
Or above creep anyway.
Yeah. He knew it was
Okay,
there.
here it comes. And honestly, from what he's seen so far, I think JMPZ is very wise to go heavy on the NIR.
Oh, he's gonna lose them all.
Oh, not quite. At least they can be repaired, but yeah. That hurts.
That did hurt. The Protoss is taking his fourth. And
Lisa, what's Valhalla?
Kitty Cat's taking her fourth. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like almost in lockstep, with just a couple seconds behind her dad, which is.
I think the fact that she hasn't really been, she's been kind of doing her own thing aside from a brief little, smacking of those stalkers. I think this has actually given her a chance to focus a little bit more on her macro than a one-on-one game.
I was gonna say normally in a one-on-one game she never takes the fourth base, and that's kind of her Achilles heel. But this time she took the fourth base, not exactly speedily, but she took it. All her upgrades are rolling through. I don't think she has a hive. She's got a lair.
Yeah. Meanwhile, DLS Mazel is definitely rolling with the upgrades.
Yeah, this is his type of game. He looks like he's having the time of his life.
I think those high tier units with a lot of armor and health, they can work pretty well in this kind of format.
They can.
Now, what I'm really waiting for is to see a spot where one of them goes on the offensive against someone else. They really pulverize each other, and then one of the other players.
Is Dad attacking daughter here? Dad is. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I don't think that number of zealots is going to survive long against Hydras. I mean,
F2.
They'll do some damage. Exactly.
Kill them. Kill them to death.
And here come the battle cruisers. With another on the way too. Yeah, those Marines, and between the terrain with that cliff and those buildings, they're going to have a lot of trouble chasing those battle cruisers around.
I think this is the beginning of the end for our pink Terran.
Yeah, this might be vengeance for the Codex match earlier.
Yeah. You might be better as me with your Zerg.
I see some blue heading up that way too.
But your Terran is no match for me.
And this is what I was talking about. Well, one of your opponents is occupied defending against one player. Sometimes you can pick up some scraps too. And those zealots, they could probably take out that siege tank if they wanted to. Now, the big thing is, as players get eliminated, you want to move in and harvest anything they haven't.
I still think Kitty Cat Gamer's just rolling along. 66 workers, got all 3 bases.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
I don't know. That F might stand for something a little bit nasty, but I'm not going to speculate.
And Dad is now rolling in, checking what daughter's made out of. And it is.
And she's made out of a lot of spines that are flying off the backs of those Hydralisks.
Yeah,
Hydralisks do pretty well against things that don't have ranged attacks.
Her army might beat Dad's army right now. The storms would be the deal.
Now, Cyan, you can see that there's a big fight going on there. This could be a prime time for him to move in and do some serious damage to DLS Mazel.
That's
He's
what
gonna,
he's doing.
He's gonna have to watch out for those battle cruisers. I think he's got Blink.
He does have Blinky Boys.
Yep. Alright. Yeah. Sonic Storm isn't great against battle cruisers. Honestly, I think Archons tend to work better, but oh boy. And there you go. Daddy
Daughter
is
is
home.
gonna roll
Daddy
through.
is at home, and Daddy is in the cookie jar.
Yes, daughter is going
Daughter's
to
in
roll
the cookie
through
jar.
Daddy's base right here, and I don't think Daddy has enough coming back. Those Colossus might help.
It's gonna be. They might, and same with the Sonic Storm, because they've got very little room to move.
Yeah.
But that terrain's advantageous anyway. Yeah.
Stormy right there.
Don't want to stand right in there.
Yeah, that
One after
storm.
another after another after another after another. With her bank, she can build up again.
Science makes immense as well.
Yeah, against Colossi, Corruptors do pretty well. Any fires, but
why is everyone's bank so high?
I don't know. They've been a little distracted. Now we have DLS Mazel in his former rival's territory right there.
Yeah, but they're all floating multiple thousands of resources.
They're trying to make us feel better about our macro. Okay, let's have this. Okay.
Yeah. Kitty Cat those spent her larva well. She went basically straight Hydra.
No, DLS Mazel very definitely going for attack in a lot of directions. He's got his infantry upgrades, his flyer upgrades, and his factory upgrades.
And I think he's gonna hit Cyan.
Yeah,
pretty
those
hard
Blossi
with this.
aren't gonna do very well against the battle cruisers. And I don't know if that's I don't think that's enough stalkers to deal with them either.
No, I think this is the end of. I think it comes down to can Mazel beat Kitty Cat, because I think he has defeated Cyan.
Yeah. And I mean, you definitely see he's definitely ahead with tech and upgrades, and he was the first one to take an expansion in someone else's territory.
Yeah.
So he has the ability to just keep growing. I don't know if she's going to be able to keep up unless she hits his base. Let's go back there, and even then he can jump the battle cruisers back if he wants to. That's one of the advantages of them on these big maps.
Yeah, well, we're all rooting for Kitty Cat Gamer to win this match, and obviously that's the only rightful way. She's building a spire. Her natural is main is mined out. Natural's most of the way on its way to mined out. I mean, she's making good calls. I don't.
It's interesting. It can be a lot like a team game, where if one of your opponents is holding on against another opponent, they're buying you time, just like your teammate might.
Yeah.
Despite it being a teammate that you just tried to kill.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to mention. Interesting thing. Frost is one of the part of the Swarm maps that they updated a little bit here and there for Legacy of the Void. And when I say updated, usually that refers to moving the minerals a little bit further away from the ledges, so Liberators weren't able to exploit them much. Okay. There was a whole early map pool with Legacy of the Void where it was, I think, pretty much all maps from previous expansions. Some of them touched up a little bit.
Hey,
but
Kitty Cat's got a little run by going with
oh yeah,
a couple
that's gonna go down before it becomes a planetary, I think.
Yes, it definitely is.
Yeah.
And Cyan's sending a Zealot run by at
somebody calling the feats. Yeah, well, if he's gonna go with his dying breath, he's gonna spend it taking out the person who just ran over him. And not the person who's in his house and might say something nice to him later at bedtime. I don't know.
He's got 3,000 minerals, so he's got the ability to build a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Kitty Cat's at 10,000 minerals. No gas.
Sometimes you have you get brought down almost all the way, then you get left alone for the rest of the game, and you have a chance to rebuild. But in this case,
maxed out.
You require a lot of rebuilding. Yeah, Kitty Cat. Yeah, she's being wise here. She's going on the offensive right away, I think.
Yeah.
If you have the supply advantage, you want to use it.
Yeah.
She's also, she's got an army that's decent against battle cruisers anyway. I think it would be best for her if she kept her Hydras back and let the air units take out the planetaries.
Made him jump.
What?
She's gonna take out both the planetaries.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Cyan has taken out JMPZ, who's already left the game.
Right, but he's trying to get the base.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make a sneaker expansion there.
Yeah, it's not
All
a bad.
right, this will require a lot of focus firing. Maybe even more than that. We'll see.
Yeah. She got one.
Yeah.
She's doing fine. I like it.
Well, those mutas are getting away from the Hydra list. You gotta try to keep everyone together against battlecruisers, and keep them all firing out the battlecruisers. See, a lot of them are wasting attacks against those orbitals, and that might be it for this wave anyway. She can rebuild, but right now DLS Gazelle.
Oddly, she's been spending her gas really well.
Oh boy, yeah. If I were Cyan, I might have taken out the low ground expansion and put the Nexus there. That Nexus is pretty far from the minerals.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple of Void Rays coming. Void Rays are good against battlecruisers, right?
Yes, they are.
Sometimes. Alright, so DLS Mazel is sitting back and repairing. So we are at 21 minutes. Remember, if this reaches the 30-minute mark, whoever it ends and whoever has the most points wins.
No Kitty Cat Gamer wins.
Well, yes.
If she holds out for 30 minutes, she gets the win. That's how that works.
Oh! Sneaker base detected.
Sneaker based
Cyan
and jumped on instantaneously. Yeah.
Oh, alright. So we are down to a classic Protoss versus Zerg match. I like the Kitty Cat Gamer, she knows that she needs those corruptors. She's been learning more and more about the game.
Her army is not bad for what's coming right now.
Not bad, but
she'll clean this up. I don't think she'll has anything for the
ELS Mazal's
14
got a
BCs.
whole lot of tech and upgrades. High tier army and almost half the map.
Her upgrades aren't terrible. I don't
No,
think
they're
she has...
not terrible, but
Does she have any air upgrades? Yeah, she has +1 fire attack.
Alright. Count me as impressed.
She's got 2/2 on the ground.
There we go. Now I've got the right one up.
But I don't think that matters. I think the 14 BCs... You need
14
spellcasters.
BCs are intimidating, no matter how you look at it.
You need spellcasters to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Yoink, maybe?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, there we have it.
And
alright. Can we bring everyone in for a chat? I think that's going to be the only one we do. I think we've managed enough time now. Alright. We have our free-for-all winner. It is DLS Mazel. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
See, you even took time to type "ha ha ha" in the Twitch chat too. You feeling good?
I just read it. You should have lied about my location.
Yeah. Well, big strategy of free-for-alls. Try to talk everyone into attacking someone else. That's the biggest part of diplomacy that comes into play. All right, Kitty Cat Gamer, you managed to get some good licks in. You had a big army.
That was the best I've ever seen you play. Do you feel more comfortable in the free-for-all mode, or did you just know that your dad was there and you're gonna beat him up anyway?
I felt more comfortable.
You looked more comfortable. You took your bases fast.
You got
did
upgrades, yeah.
Yeah, everything was going really quickly and smoothly for you.
Cyan, is anyone grounded as a result of this?
I don't hear Cyan.
Nah, neither do I. Okay, JanPZ, what do you think of free-for-alls where multiple people can pick on you at once?
Yeah, you ended up.
Bad luck. I just need to lie about my location next time. That's all.
Yeah, you don't even need to say anything if you don't want to.
It wasn't where they said they were. It was they didn't want to attack Kitty Cat to the south, and you were the person that was next to both of them.
Yeah,
so you can bad luck of the draw on that one.
I did notice that that our two Code S players resumed their hostilities right away with those Reapers.
Yeah.
Were the two of you still gunning for each other?
No, he said he was bottom left, so I wanted to see who was top right. So I went top right, and then I'm like, "There's a Terran here. That's
it's not the ultimate. The ultimate is actually
center?
typing in that your name has left the game, and then watch your opponent leave, and you be declared the winner.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
It actually still works to this day, but yeah, it's frowned on though for some reason.
I mean, if they fall for it, it's on them.
That's the way I look at it.
It was fun.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Is this something you'd be interested in doing in the future if we end up one match short?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, great. KJ, are you still in town?
I'm in town until I head to DreamHack Atlanta on Friday.
Oh man, yeah. Did you see that? Did you see they're going to be doing a live pylon show on the stage there?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's so there's actually a handful of people like who are going to be guests there.
Cool.
So compensating a little bit for the casters not being on site. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. I'm doing a bar craft for that over at Wisdom Gaming at the Mall of America for anyone who's not too many states away.
Great.
And I am looking forward to watching that. I'm looking forward to rooting for your Psystorm team.
That's right. We have a lot of people playing, guys, for
I noticed.
Psystorm. We have Gumiho. We got coming from Korea. Gerald coming from Poland. Right. We have. I'm blanking out. It's been a long.
Special, Epic.
Special
Jon
from
Snow.
Mexico. Epic from USA. Jon Snow from USA. And Haas.
You really are an
Taiwan.
international organization.
Haas from Taiwan coming, and then we got Steadfast going there and Benefit. Steadfast from Canada. So that'll be a nice big,
I will definitely be
group
watching.
there. We'll have team dinner there, so it'll be a lot of fun. So pay attention to that. Consequently, Friday's FSL may be affected a bit. So
Are we still on? Are we canceled for that?
I think we may have to cancel it if we, if it's going to conflict
I
with.
think it would be simplest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it'd probably
just
be the best
postpone the
idea.
games. So we did that. We took a two-week long break during the big what
Psystorm
was
Cup.
going on? Yeah,
I
the
don't
Psystorm
think there's
Cup.
anything wrong with wrapping up Psystorm Cup a little bit closer to I am Catavies. Do you?
Yes, sir.
No.
But yeah, look, guys, this is a lot of fun. This FFA, I think we can do this more in the future, and especially when we when we do our Patreon, we can make it a regular thing with priorities.
And I have and Bunny's we've been doing a lot of brainstorming. We were really hoping to, mix up the content a little bit, maybe on other days of the week. So
Yep. All right, well, let's
I
wrap up.
absolutely can't wait
Final
to
words
get that off
for
the ground.
each player and,
Yep.
and you guys.
Yep.
Sounds good. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the time and the ability to cast, and I hope to see you in a week from today.
Yep,
Good
and
night,
I'm
guys.
hoping to find an extension cord so I can actually plug this in. It does light up, and it can be used as a USB charger, so I want to get my money's worth. I will see you, I guess, next week.
See you guys. Nice
Yep.
job, guys. We'll see y'all later. GG's.
GG's.
GG.
Sarah, what have you done?
Kerrigan, the die you cast.
my people and accept their judgment.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base.
I made my peace long ago.